Okay, here we are streaming for the first time after technically reaching affiliate. Um, Only technically because I haven't actually signed up yet. Yeah. Midnight in Salem is currently installing as we speak, so hopefully it will be done within a couple minutes, and then we can get started, see what's up, because this is uncharted territory. This is all new. I don't know what's gonna happen from here on out. I don't know what the stream's gonna do after this game. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be weird. Have fun time, I hope. It's gonna be a great time for at least for you guys. I might sit here and just like stare into the abyss a little while, but um at the very least it'll be interesting. Well, can't even tell you what this looks like. I am hopefully we're gonna see I can set this up to play a little differently than usual. It might, well, we'll see. I'm not sure. This UI that I've created, the overlay that I've created here, is pretty much set up for the old Answer Your Games. It put me in, the corner over here, and it put the chat up there. The idea being that those were big empty spaces because it was forcing a 4:3 resolution. Um, since we're going to be 16 by 9 now, possibly, very likely since it's Unity. Um, I'm hoping you guys won't miss anything. We'll see what happens. We're going to see what happens. This is going to be an interesting one. It's going to be interesting for sure. Hello, hello, and welcome. Midnight in Salem is currently installing as we speak. Once it's done, we'll get started, I guess, or we'll wait our customary 10 after or so to truly get started. But yeah, no, I'm excited. This is gonna be interesting. Oh yeah, it's gonna be very interesting. Ooh, I have my wine, of course. Today I am drinking a lovely Vignole. Incidentally, I am actually drinking a Truro Vineyards wine out of a Truro Vineyards glass, so that works. Mm. Ooh, that's good. Ooh, might have sat in the aftertaste is a little sour. Might have sat in there a little too long. Oh well, still perfectly drinkable. Mm-hmm. Ooh, I mean, she's moved on up now. She's fully 3D. We've got to make sure that she gets what she needs. She's got to get what she deserves. And of course, this is the first. Is this the no? This isn't the first Nancy Drew game in New England, is it? Wait, what else was in New England? Where are the Nancy Drew games set? Hold on. Let me just having a moment. Okay, Secrets Can Kill, that was Florida. Stay Tuned for Danger was New York. Haunted Mansion, San Francisco. Treasure in the Royal Tower was Wisconsin. Final Scene was also, yeah, St. Louis. Whatever. Okay, Secret of the Scarlet Hand was DC. Ghost Dogs of Moon Lake was Pennsylvania. Yep. Haunted Carousel was New Jersey. Danger on Deception Island was Washington? Oregon? Washington? Washington, yep. Secret of Shadow Ranch was Arizona. Curse of Blackbird Manor, England. Secret of the Old Clock, that's fictional town of River Heights, essentially. Okay, no, it's Titusville, I'm sorry. Illinois, though. So, home right by. Blue Moon Canyon was a little all over, but it definitely wasn't in New England. Danger by Design is French. Capu Cave is Hawaii. Wolf Icicle Creek, Canada. Legend of Crystal Skull was Louisiana. New Orleans specifically. Phantom of Venice was in Florence, obviously. Haunting of Castle Malloy, Ireland. Ransom of the Seven Ships, Caribbean. Warnings at Waverly was upstate New York. Yes, upstate New York. Trail of the Twister was also in the middle of Oklahoma. Okay. Shadow of the Water's Edge, Japan. Kyoto to be specific. Captive Curse was Germany. Alibi and Ashes was River Heights itself. Tomb of the Lost Queen, Egypt. Deadly Device, Colorado. Yep. Ghost of Thornton Hall, Georgia. Yep, Georgia. Silent Spy, Scotland. Shattered Medallion was that little island that I forget. New Zealand. There we go. The little island, the name of which I forget all the time. Labyrinth of Lies. Greece, Sea of Darkness. Skipbrot in Iceland, and then Midnight in Salem. So no, this is the first New England game. For some reason, I thought there was one in Connecticut. I don't know why I'm thinking that. But yeah, this is the first New England game, which means that I get to critique it with a very particular eye. Oh yeah, I wish I had her travel history too. I am going to be scrutinizing every little bit of this game. I can tell you right now. One of the things that was actually relatively interesting. There's a really 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 good game, or at least there was a good game. It as I don't know. I haven't played it in a really long time. They redid a lot of things with it, but um, so there's this game called The Secret World. The Secret World is an MMO. I think now it's called Secret World Legends, and it's set globally. You know, there's a whole bunch of different places you can be. There's locations in, excuse me, Brooklyn, Seoul, London, Egypt, Transylvania. Really, really cool premise. The whole premise of the game is basically every myth, every legend, every conspiracy you've ever been told is actually true. That means like Norse mythology, Greek mythology, Arthurian legend. I'm having a moment here. Uh, Japanese spiritualism. The Mayan pantheon's in there too. But there's a Lovecraft. Jesus, Lovecraft even. You know, Native American spiritualism as well. It goes everywhere. Everything is on the table. It goes balls to the wall. You join one of three factions at the beginning. You either join the Illuminati based out of New York, you join the Templars based out of London, and you join the Dragon based out of Seoul. There is only one choice out of the three, and that is the Templars. That's the only correct choice. Tribalism at its finest. They really got that ingrained early on in the game. I admit that. Um, but like each one of the factions has their own. They're like in a war with each other, but they're also in a war against the darkness. And then there's another secretive corporation, and there's this great global story with crazy cast of characters and weird shit mashed together in a way that you think wouldn't make sense, but then it does, and it's amazing. Um, but it most interestingly to me begins in Maine, the great state of Maine, home of murder clowns and definitely not coded for Italian fish people, because can't really talk about Lovecraft without talking about his racism, let's be honest. Um, so it was interesting for me being of New England, you know, getting to play this game that's set in a quintessential New England town, you know, with a small island off the coast of Maine. Them telling me that this town was, you know, founded in the Pilgrim days and whatnot, you know, 1600s and crap. And then them showing me the town and me being like, hmm, this was founded when? Why are the streets this wide? I live in New England. I live in like peak New England moment right now, and the streets are like 1.5 lanes wide. That is a 2 lane road. You are expected to have traffic going in opposite directions. It is terrifying. And then, you know, they're coming at me and telling me that this is. It was a small thing. I understand there was a gameplay mechanic reason for it, but like, sure. They did a really good job elsewise, honestly. What is that? Oh, okay. Honestly, I understand. I understand completely. Um, see if I can find just like a picture that gives you an idea. Um, of like both how well they did, but how they missed it at the same time. Okay, here we go. Oh God, why is everything so small? Come on, people had to take larger screenshots than this. Ah, there we go. That's better. Okay. Um, but yeah, no, it's an excellent, absolutely excellent game. Incredibly creepy in so many good ways. Um, like they get it. They got it. It it's just such a good game, and it hurts that it's not remembered as nicely as I would like it to be. It's just the gameplay is not the greatest, but the game itself is so excellent. The story is excellent. Any of you have ever played the what's it called? The um there Longest Journey series. That's it. The Longest Journey, or any of its sequels. The guy who wrote Longest Journey wrote for this game. Um, so, all right. Ah, Midnight in Salem seems to be done and ready to go. Okay, coolly cool. Let me just go ahead and just have my moment to show you what I mean. So, the town of Kingsmouth on Solomon Island in Maine, fictional, of course, um, for the Secret World. This was the town hall, which honestly is an accurate depiction of what a New England town hall from like the 1700s would look like. It's excellent. And inside, it's perfect. It's this tiny little townhouse basically with like a single office on the second floor. There's really not much in there. It's just like the town meeting room and then offices upstairs. Um, they've even got this whole covered bridge thing, which is actually haunted and is an excellent touch. It is a plot point for a side quest, I believe. And like it encapsulates what is both cool and terrifying about these bridges all over New England, that like they exist, they've been there for over 100 years easily, and we still drive on them like it's no big deal, but you hit it at the right time of night, and that's a creepy ass bridge. That ain't cute anymore. But this is kind of what I'm talking about. These are the streets that they had in the original town and whatnot. I'm like, really? I think maybe you could argue perhaps that the streets were smaller at one point and they enlarged them, took over people's yards to a certain point, but because none of these houses are necessarily like, you know, I mean, there are a couple that are right up against the street, like this entrance to this one is, but it's certainly plausible that there could have been a bit of yard here, I guess. They do a really good job of mixing like that, turn of the century Victorian, wooden Victorian with the salt box original architecture. The church is a really interesting point. It's just a really good game. A really good game. Anyway, enough of my prattle. We got a game to play. Now that it's ready, it's time to, there we go, get going. Let me just put away my handy dandy, whoops, I'll drop that. Oh shoot, that needs to, oh, hopefully we don't need this. Oh, I don't want to deal with it. All right, strap in, folks. We're diving in. I don't know what else to say. Where did the, there we go. Okay, it's an app. Oh. All right, anyway, I don't know what's going to happen. Hopefully we don't have too many technical issues. We'll find out. Here we go. Ooh, that's loud. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right. Well, let's start out by going into the settings here. We got to make sure that. Well, all right. I need to go into the settings here. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on 4K because it's gonna look better, I think. Oh, why did you do that? All right. Weird. Post-processing, soft, hard, high shadow quality. Okay. I know this is like a lot. All right, I'm gonna leave subtitles on for sure. Okay, let's crank up that. Yeah, going all the way back to 800 by 600. Yeah, sure. All right, let's see what happens. Ooh, that was a rather seamless transition. Surprised to see that. Cool. All right, it's a borderless window. If it's borderless window, then shouldn't I be able to get an overlay on top of it? So I can see it with just one computer? These are the questions that I'm not sure about, that I would love to more easily know. But I don't know if that's something that, can OBS do this? Where's mixer scale filtering, full screen interact, all right, never mind. I don't know. I have a setup that works. I can fiddle around with this another time. But yeah, no, this is some legit shit right here. This is already impressive visually, so I am ready to dive in. Let's go. I only have one difficulty setting. Master or nothing.
Dear Ned, Austria has been wonderful so far. Dad called. He wants me to get an old relic while I'm here, the Book of Apologies, which dates back to the 17th century witch trials in Salem. I'll be going to Mosam Castle to retrieve it before I head back to the States. It's said to be haunted, so I'm expecting some good scares and mysteries. Ever yours, Nancy.
Okay. Yeah, it's a new voice. It's something to get used to. I mean, sounds the part at least.
Feels like ages since I was on my last adventure.
Oh, wow. Subtle.
So, are you coming in?
That's all right, Miss Drew. I'd prefer to stay out here.
Why? It's so warm and inviting in here.
Yes, I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. All of Judge Sewell's effects are there, just as your father requested. Although I will tell you, as I told him, the desk is locked, and I don't have the key. But I will gladly stay and answer any questions you have from the other side of this door. I recommend opening the window for some light. There's no electricity here. Well, in
I was
that
just say,
room,
escape the room. Here we go. Oh, whoa.
Huh. Much.
Oh, sorry. Oh, whoa. That's really, really, really sensitive. Oof. Whoa. Whoa. Is there another control scheme, or can I turn the sensitivity of this down? Because, whoa. Nancy's like going bah! Around here. Jeez. Nancy. Camera sensitivity. Here we go. Alright. We're going to turn that down to like half, please. Okay. It's still so fast. Alright, well, here we are.
You said Judge Sewell was a pious man.
Yes, he believed in the healing powers of the good book. Of course, the Bible was also used to justify executing people.
Depends on who's reading it. It's often misinterpreted. Give ear to my prayer, O God, and hide not yourself from my plea for mercy. Sounds like a man full of regret.
Okay. Psalm 55:1. Interesting. Oh, okay.
Hi, Dad.
Hey, how's my girl? Having a good time in Salzburg?
Yes, I'm having a blast. The scenery is gorgeous and I'm loving the food. Not to mention, mysterious castles are my jam.
Good, good. So you visited Mosheim Castle?
Yeah, that's where I am right now, actually. Hot on the trail of the Book of Apologies in the castle archive.
Great. Thank you, Nance. This'll set Hugh at ease.
Hugh?
Judge Danforth. We go way back. Has a son about your age. He came to me for help tracking down Samuel Sewell's descendants. And I came across a living relative, Dr. Hurst, in Salzburg.
And then you thought of me.
Sorry about crashing your vacation, but you are already in the area.
Don't worry, Dad. I don't mind at all. I live for cases like these.
Good, good. I knew you'd enjoy the challenge. The Book of Apologies has become
The
relevant
phone
in the
is
legal dispute
annoyingly
in Salem,
quiet.
and Judge Danforth wants to do the right thing.
Right, I see. I'd better get this book to him ASAP then.
He'll greatly appreciate that. Thanks again, Nancy.
No problem, Dad. I'll get back to it. Talk to you later.
Good luck, Nancy. Keep me in the loop. Hello, you've reached the voicemail inbox of Ned Nickerson. I apologize that I did not come to the phone in a timely fashion. Please feel free to leave a message after the beep.
Good to know that Ned is still a tool. Okay, so
Oh, great. You know, that room used to be a prison cell. Mosheim Castle was the site of the most famous and violent witch trials in Austrian history.
yeah, I'm not sure of that
The
particular.
Salzburg witch trials predate the Salem witch trials by 17 years, actually. After the incidents in Salem, Judge Sewell willed his personal effects to be preserved by whichever museum would have them. And since we are the premier historical reference on witch trials, it ended up here.
So, you've seen his Book of Apologies.
The book written by Judge Sewell? Oh, no. I've never actually been in that room.
You mind if I ask why? Is there something scarier in here than creaky floors?
Well, let's just say that ghosts exist in this castle. And if they do exist, they definitely haunt that room.
Ghost? Can't say I've ever seen one, but they are non-corporeal by definition.
All right, we got a Nancy who's very fact of the matter.
Is this Judge Sewell's desk?
Ah, yes. That desk is where he spent most of his time working when he wasn't in court. Custom made. If the Book of Apologies does exist, he would have written it at that desk.
And what's inside this alleged book?
Your father didn't tell you? It was a ledger containing all the names of the accused witches from the Salem witch trials. Judge Sewell had doubts about his convictions, and he wrote the book as a means to make amends.
Allegedly.
Yes.
Interesting. We're starting on a very interesting
I found
path
a
to
letter.
Danforth.
It's addressed to Abigail Hathorne Woodley.
What does it say?
I do regret to write to you in this state. I have been racked with guilt as my fervency of spirit was too great to determine a conviction just. He asks for her forgiveness and for God's.
Here we go. Well, this is definitely a start. Okay.
What does this mean? Locked.
Ah!
Locked.
Oh, come on. It's locked?
Locked.
Ah. It certainly looks like... Any other actionable spots here? Nope. Okay. It's interesting because, like, I can tell it is still the same kind of navigation, but it just feels really weird.
Some of this stuff looks very old, but it doesn't look like it's very useful. An old chest, but it won't open.
You might
But
say
that's
that
not
it's
really important right now.
locked. Locked, Nancy. It's locked. It's locked. It's all locked. Come on, give me this.
Some of this stuff looks very old, but it doesn't look like it's very useful. Some of this stuff look.
Oop.
Some of this stuff. Some of.
Okay. I like that I can click and shut her up, though. That's nice, isn't it? Don't need to listen to the same voice line over and over again.
They're.
Yes, Judge Sewell was a Puritan. They believed they should only have purposeful or utilitarian possessions, very little value outside their stated use.
They're Malleus Maleficarum.
Aha!
Wow. The Hammer of Witches itself. Gives me chills knowing what it did.
Yes,
Right.
indeed. A how-to guide for hammering out witchcraft. It was written in 1487 by a man whose name I won't even bother to mention because he used bunk science to send hundreds, if not thousands, of people to their deaths.
Here we go. Judge should act as follows in the continuation of torture. First, you should bear in mind that just as the same medicine is not applicable to all the members, but there are various and distinct salves for each several member. So not all heretics or those accused of heresy are to be subjected to the same method of questioning, examination, and torture as the charges laid against them, but various and different means to be employed. Wow, this is okay, that's just a way to read the text. Wow, this is gonna be a dark game.
They're real.
I mean, it is about the Salem witch trials, but we're not sugarcoating it. Well, I guess we ought to
Dr. Hurst?
talk
Yes,
to the
yes, I'm
doctor.
here.
Austria is wonderful.
I do enjoy it here myself. I'm not from Austria. I was brought here by my work. The food is quite an experience.
The pancake soup was great.
Yes, the Frittatensuppe. The locals consider it traditional.
How long have you known my dad?
Oh, Carson and I are not that close. He reached out to me because I'm the historian keeping track of all the relics here. And, as he guessed, we should have the Book of Apologies somewhere.
Lucky I was already here on vacation. I was quite surprised when he called and asked me to
Yeah.
come. Though I have to admit,
Very awkward
visiting a
indeed.
castle is something I've never been able to turn down.
Do you do these kinds of things a lot?
You have no
From
idea,
time to
sweetie.
time.
You have no idea.
What else can you tell me about the Book of Apologies?
As I mentioned, it's the book written by Judge Samuel Sewell himself, detailing the names of people accused of witchcraft. Sewell was one of the very few judges who regretted his actions. The book became his way of finding redemption. Sewell himself was originally from England, but acted as a judge in the Salem witch trials. Do you perhaps know why Carson would need such a book? Just out of curiosity, of course, it's just such a very unusual request.
He's looking into it as a favor for the current judge in Salem.
Oh,
I'll get back to
Okay.
it.
take all the time you need.
Well, I'm missing something then. God, I still want to turn this camera sensitivity way more down. This is way too... way too much. Down some more. If that helps. Not gonna give me motion sickness
Some
at
of
least?
this stuff
A little
looks
less?
very old, but it doesn't. Hard to tell. Hard to... They're really... locked.
Okay, well, what am I supposed to do about this? Nothing on his desk. Oh, hold on a moment. Oh, I see. Clever. Alright. Wow. Look at this game go.
Doesn't fit.
What do you mean it doesn't fit? Oh, that's a fair point. It doesn't. Aha! Because you have to do the thing. Very clever.
What a
indeed.
clever desk. It even comes with a labyrinth. Easy. I found it. It's here.
What? Really? Amazing!
It's locked behind some sort of cage, though. The lock says...
We don't know what it's. We don't know where it is or whether it even exists.
Any
I found it.
A-W?
We've looked
No.
for years.
But I have some tools in the shop that might be able to cut it free. In my shop. I'll go. Meet me there.
Where is that? Hey, wait for me. The Book of Apologies. It's locked.
There it is. There it is. She said it. She said the thing. Ah, she said the thing. It's locked. Excellent. It's just a very...
The Book of Apologies. It's locked.
It's locked. Not gonna take it with you.
The Book of It's locked. The Book of It's...
Okay.
Nancy! This way!
Where is that? Dr. Hurst?
Nancy Drew.
Edie?
It's Deirdre Shannon.
Deirdre, can I call you back? I'm in the middle of...
Listen, I know we haven't exactly been besties in the past, but I'm in the middle of something big, and
Deirdre, I have to call you back.
Wait, don't hang up on me!
Elizabeth? Elizabeth!
What the
Hey!
fuck?
What are you doing? What? The book! They took the book!
Alright, Nancy. Action time. Let's go. Oh, no. Damn. Oh, no. Okay. I guess it is kind of action time.
Stop!
Jump off the
Stop
damn bridge.
running!
Yes! Okay. Action, Nancy. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, let's go. I wish this could be where we could...
Gotta move slowly. Come on.
Nancy, why did you
No!
say anything?
Gotta figure out which way they went. Must be a clue here.
They have the key.
A-W. Same as the desk. This canister looks to have been used as a homemade smoke bomb.
Vienna to Boston. Hey, it said to Logan. First class, though. Damn.
A ticket to Boston.
Hey, let's go to Boston. That's all we need to go. We gotta get some dunkies here. I'm done with this fancy coffee shit. We gotta go get some fucking dunks.
Yes, Deirdre. What is it?
You know where I am right now? Salem.
Salem.
What
in
Salem?
which trial,
Salem,
Salem?
New Hampshire, Salem,
Ozzy,
Massachusetts,
come on,
Salem.
Drew.
Come on.
My cousin has.
Gotta work with
Well,
me here.
she's gotten into some trouble here, and I thought I could help her out.
Anyone
But it
enjoying
turns
my
out the
absolutely
situation is
terrible
much
Boston
more
accent?
complicated than I
Very
anticipated.
bad Southie.
So now I'm calling you to ask for some guidance.
I think you mean
You want my help?
Oh, yes, don't make this more painful. I could
kind
use
of
your
weird how
professional opinion,
everyone
okay?
else has the same voice
Well,
actor.
it so happens that the case I'm on is connected to Boston, which is just nearby Salem. And I was never a big believer
yeah.
in coincidences.
Oh, are you sure?
I'd love to.
Seriously?
I thought I had reached a dead end, but it looks like I have to go to Massachusetts anyway. In any case, a fresh perspective
Massachusetts.
would do me good.
Ugh, you're already annoying me, and you're not even here yet.
You're welcome. I
Make
think
sure
it
you
might
hit up the
even be fun.
PBS6 museum while you're
Oh,
there. It's a really
this
cool
is
museum.
so the worst idea I've ever had. I'll pick you up from the airport.
Massachusetts. Oh, she's gonna pick me up from Logan. All right, can she? She's from the Midwest. She can't drive in Boston, please.
I appreciate you coming here, Drew.
I'm just glad you didn't change your mind and leave me at the airport.
Might have crossed my mind. Keep the excessive cheeriness under control, and we'll be fine.
No promises.
Where were you, by the way?
Austria,
Did I interrupt a vacation with Ned?
didn't you bring me here to help with a case?
Yes, I did. And that's it.
A fire? Was anyone hurt?
Happened in the middle of the night. No one was there, thankfully. The house wasn't completely destroyed, but the person who lived there had to move out. Just so we're clear, this is my case. I know you're a detective and everything, but this is personal. It's family. Well, extended, and from my father's side. But whatever, that's not the point.
All right, shut
It's
up, Dee.
personal. You take my lead, okay?
Nope.
Of course.
But
Well, I have done this a couple of times, Deirdre, and in my experience, we can cover twice as much ground if we work side by side.
you know, respect your experience and whatever, but family trumps experience.
No. it
It's sensitive, and I don't want you messing it up by being too
To what?
you. You're a question machine. This requires gentle handling. Delicate.
And that's been your approach.
Well, like I say, I need help.
So, can I ask some questions?
Like anyone could stop you.
Nope. Let's go.
Why don't we start with your extended family?
They're cousins. The Perrys. Parry.
Oh, like in fencing.
Yes. Tegan is the older one. May is younger. They had a difficult childhood, okay? And now May is suspected of committing arson on the most important historic mansion in Salem. And I know it's not true. I know it.
What can you tell me about May?
She has a reputation as a troublemaker. Seems like a loner to me. Maybe a bit odd at times. Sometimes she can even sense things before they happen.
Odd how?
I don't know. Troubled teen stuff, difficult time as a kid. Oddest thing is, she won't give an alibi.
That would be seen as suspicious.
That's the problem. Everyone is so suspicious
Oh,
of her.
hello. Welcome.
Prejudice, I guess. Because of... well, you'll see.
Sounds like we should
Is
talk
it
to her
racism?
soon.
Where do you think
Could it be
we're
racist?
going?
What does Tegan think about this?
She's worried about May, obviously. Tegan isn't like May. She's upstanding. She works at the Salem Museum and doesn't know a thing about criminal
Define
cases,
Salem Museum.
which is why she contacted me.
Which one? There's several.
One
Yeah,
more
new
question.
voice.
What can you tell me about
Everybody
this
else has the
historic
same
mansion?
voice, and that's weird.
It's called the Hathorn House, and it's old. Like, really old. and now it's been set on fire.
Really helpful.
Nothing
Dee Dee.
else significant about it?
Well, yeah, a lot of things. But one that's kinda why you're here.
Which is why.
The Hathorn house is haunted.
So the voice change happened because they dropped the voice actress who previously did Nancy. We're not really exactly
What do you
sure
mean,
why.
haunted?
Exactly that.
There's differing reports.
There's ghosts.
Deirdre.
I don't believe it either, Drew. But
It-
I can't explain it.
It's
Everyone seems to think they exist. With so
it's
many
possible
sightings,
that it's
even if it isn't real
I don't
ghosts,
know.
something is definitely
There
going
might be
on.
blame on both sides.
I thought that maybe you can disprove them. So, would you please get out of my car and come inside?
Okay, so first impressions. This is not bad. Let me look around.
If
No.
we're going to work side by side, you'd better learn to keep up with me.
The street is there aren't enough potholes.
You must be Nancy. Thank you so much for coming.
Okay.
You know, you live in the same neighborhood for 20
we
years,
take a
and
break
you'd
so we
expect
can
your
talk?
neighbors to be a little more understanding when your family is falsely accused of a horrific crime. Oh, I'm sorry. How are you, Deirdre?
I'm good, thanks.
Tegan Perry. Welcome to my home. Well, our home, although right now my parents are literally on safari in Namibia, so while their daughter is being convicted of a crime she didn't commit, I'm taking care of things around here. They'll be home soon. Hopefully. A very expensive courier is tracking them down in the bush. Top notch. I found him on the internet. Deirdre tells me you'll be assisting her in clearing my sister's name.
Assisting? Yeah.
She's innocent. I don't know why she won't help herself. She's got a difficult reputation. Well, you know, Deirdre, what people here can be like. She doesn't trust easily, not since... I'm sorry, are you hungry? There's clam chowder, homemade.
Ah, we
little
had thrown a
taste of
clam
New
chowder
England.
reference.
I made up the guest bedroom for you, Nancy. Deirdre, sorry, you're bunking with May. Make yourselves at home. Oh, I almost forgot. After you girls get comfortable, you two should swing by the museum. Might as well take in some history while you're here, right? Just don't get
Sonny
suckered
June
into that
tracking
witch's
everyone down.
walking tour.
Probably.
Olivia Ravencroft is not a witch. She would have you believing all kinds of nonsense about the town being full of ghosts.
I thought you two used to be friends.
Dee Dee always looks
That
like
was
she's
a
gonna
long time
murder
ago.
everyone.
Look, I'm sorry, I gotta get going.
She's not
Running
smart
late
enough
to an
do it,
appointment.
though.
Thanks, Tegan. I appreciate you letting us stay. Before you go, do you have time for a quick question?
Nancy, we just got here.
Sorry, I know you're in a rush. It would really help.
Of course. I have
That's
time
fair.
for one question, if it'll help.
One question.
What can you tell me about where the fire
I
happened?
want to know more about the house.
What have you heard about it? Look, I appreciate you want help, but I don't want you dragging all that up and upsetting May. You told me she would be able to reach her. That's not
That's not what Nancy is asking about.
I'm sorry if I wasn't clear. I just thought since the Hathorn house is important to the town, you must know about it. Through the museum.
Oh, I'm so sorry. The Hathorn house fire. Yes,
Oh.
John Hathorn was
So
one of
there's
Salem's founders.
Another.
His large house estate was the oldest surviving structure from 17th
Fire
century
issue.
Salem.
Oh, is that all?
That was 2 questions. I said 1. But yes, he was also the big-time judge that presided over the Salem witch trials.
There it is.
Is there some other fire I need to know about?
No. May's accident was in a fire. I just don't want her getting upset with unnecessary questions about things long over.
I understand.
You can read all about Judge Hathorn when you come to the museum later. Gotta run.
Okay. This house is very nice. They are obviously very wealthy.
You jerk. Tegan said you've been in town for days, but you haven't come by.
I know. I had to check in with your case at the, Look, I didn't want to bother you. How you holding up?
I've been accused of worse.
No, you haven't.
Hey, at least I got you to get off your butt and finally visit me.
Zing.
Oh, this is the girl
And
I
then
was
his
telling
famous
you
relative
about.
did change the name to
Nancy
Hawthorne.
Drew.
This is
Nice
true.
to meet you. Oh. She really doesn't want to talk. This could be difficult. Any advice?
Do better? I'll be in the kitchen.
Wow, bitch. Okay. All right, now that we're here. Okay, to go back to your question about the voice actor. So the original voice actor for Nancy through all of the games up until this one, 33, was Lonnie Manella. Lonnie Manella. There's accusations on the company side that she was breaching contract, leaking details about game production and things like that when she wasn't supposed to. When she was let go from the production, there was a bit of an outpouring of support for her from the fan side of things, because we were all like, well, what the hell? We had no idea what was going on. And her responses were not encouraging. She was very, I don't know. There was, yeah. It wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty. There was a lot that was going on with this game's production. I mean, this game's production took 4-5 years. So, that alone. It is also possible that they went with a different Nancy because Lonnie was more expensive. That is not an impossibility, but yeah, it's a weird situation, to say the least.
Huh.
Are you ready to leave yet? We don't have all day.
What were you actually doing before you picked me up from the airport?
What do you mean?
You gave May a non-answer when she asked why it took you so long to stop by here.
A non-answer? Yeah, because I went to the police station.
And?
And they're still going through the evidence. And when they found out I was May's cousin, they started laughing.
So they think she did it.
Everyone does. So I went to check out the Hathorne house myself. But I never went inside.
The ghost?
What? No. There was some weirdo there who told me the ghost was going to steal my soul. It was totally creepy. And then I found out that everyone in this town believes in ghosts, so I didn't enter.
Well, whatever or whoever it is, there's an explanation behind it. Did the police give you anything? Anything at all?
They told me there's a Judge Danforth in town, and he's going over the particulars of the Hathorne House estate. I found his office, but he kinda never let me enter his office. Believe me, I tried.
I know him. Not well, but enough to get through his door and have a conversation.
All right, are we going into town or what?
Sure.
Who could gain something by burning down a house? Insurance claim, maybe?
Possibly. Means, motive, and opportunity. We need to start interviewing. See if anyone checks off those 3 boxes.
And in your experience?
It's usually something much more personal. This tour sounds interesting.
Don't tell Tegan that's your plan.
It'll give us a good overview of the town.
You mean I want to meet the real witch of Salem?
Yeah, I do. She might know something. I wonder why Tegan doesn't like her.
You don't have to investigate everything, Drew. Olivia steals Tegan's visitors, sounds like. You really want to do the dumb tour?
You don't have to come with me.
Side by side. Gotta be honest, it does sound more fun than the museum.
Okay, well, that's all we're talking to her about. Cool, we don't have to go any further. Oh. Well, guess we're going upstairs.
I probably shouldn't be in May's room without an invitation.
I thought it was gonna be WASD too. Yeah. This is totally new.
A good night's rest improves memory retention. But it's too early for bed.
It's too early for bed.
Huh.
You. Coven. Cute. Oh wait.
What does this mean?
I think it's just a cheeky photo.
Huh?
Why are we hunting on all of these,
The neighborhood looks peaceful from up here.
all these
Huh?
candles? Huh? Huh? Okay, well, nothing else here, I guess. No, no. Whoa, didn't mean to get like all up in her biz. New. Meow. Like this fan art on the side. That's nice. Nice touch. That Audrey Hepburn. That's Audrey Hepburn. Excellent. I approve.
Rust be gone. Now that's handy. Never know when a bit of stubborn iron
Oh,
oxide
good.
will get in the way of investigating.
Nancy's still a klepto. I'm glad. Some things never change.
Hiking the Patagonian Highlands, Outback Safari, survival guide
Take
for the
everything that's
rainforest of
not
Myanmar.
nailed down.
The Perrys have a real taste for adventure. Hiking the Patagonian
You don't need to
Highlands,
say it again, Nancy.
Outback Safari,
You really don't need to say
survival guide for the rainforest of Myanmar.
it again.
The Perrys have a real taste for adventure.
Ooh, whoa.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah?
Do you mind if I look around the house?
Ugh, you're so weird.
Well,
I'm
alright.
done talking, okay?
Well, here's a fun one. Can I do this? No? Okay.
Hi.
I'm done talking, okay?
Okay, so we're done then, I guess.
Are you ready to leave yet? We don't have all day.
Oh wait, do I just like go out the door then? Yep. Okay. Spray her with the rust be gone. Oh
Ned.
good. Nedley.
Hi.
Nance, how have you been? Thanks for finally picking up.
Sorry, I've been on a flight.
Busy on another case, huh? You know, you should really enjoy yourself
I can
more,
hear
Nance.
that.
Life's too short to
I
be
can hear
working all
that
the
sigh
time.
in the
This
background.
isn't work for me. It's fun. Besides, crime doesn't
Ned,
take a
are you in a
vacation.
Venetian
Speaking
strip
of which,
club?
how's yours?
Ned, come on.
Yeah, 1 second.
Are
Sounds
you
like
in a
you're having
Venetian
fun.
strip club?
You know, standard fare. Nothing too crazy. I miss you,
Excuse
Nance.
me, Ned
missed you.
Staffer.
Hey, give it back.
Two.
Nancy, I'll call you later.
Call you later, Nancy.
Well, that was...
Ahem. 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 What was that, my good bitch? Hmm? I don't like that. Can I sneak in the mailbox? Okay, no, I can't, but I can definitely keep going on here. So I'll say this. Oh, Jesus Christ. What the fuck? She she just pops out of fucking nowhere. I heard this was a meme, but I didn't know how real it was. Wow, Dee Dee, you need to calm the fuck down.
I think we should head right for the judge. What do you think?
Sounds good. Let's go meet the judge.
Yeah, let's go.
She's just like, bam, right there. That was great. And oh god. When she said side by side, she meant it. Wow. Also, if this is a muscle car, there's no way it sounds like that when it starts up, just saying. Oh, there's a protest now. She really does follow you right behind. This isn't bad. I mean, it isn't like Salem 1v1 here. It is definitely a little off, but like... Who is this? Ah, Tegan, I'm guessing. There's something. Is there supposed to be something? Oh, there was. There were things there. That's a little bit of a bug, I guess. Well.
Visitors! By now you know the story of the witches of Salem. Those poor souls were caught in a time of fear and greed, and they paid the price. They may have died, but witchcraft lives on in Salem.
Oh, this should be interesting.
The world would have you believe witches were not real. I'm
Yeah,
not talking
it does
about
feel a little bit
old,
like Halloween
ugly
Town, doesn't
women
it?
who curse their neighbors and fly on broomsticks. The
She
truth
a street
is,
magician?
witches are real. They have always been real. They are alive and well. They are powerful, carrying the secrets of the world beyond the one we see. Ritual, mystery, magic. Most exist now only in secret. And they
I was
may
gonna say, this
be
guy, yeah,
standing
he's
among
definitely
you
like, what the fuck?
even
I'm done.
now. It is said that in Salem, a coven of witches settled in recent years, set on revenge for the deaths of the Salem witches.
Yeah, her name
Their
is Sabrina.
ritual, one midnight on Halloween,
watched it?
unleashed the angry spirits of the past.
So cool.
How did you do that? Thank you. Now, if any of you are interested in the real history of the witches of Salem, I provide self-guided tours through some of my favorite locations in town. And perhaps you too will see one of the restless dead.
Having a
If
moment.
Austria used the same kind of stage magic she's using.
Thief? There was a thief? What were you doing there?
Visiting a spooky old castle. You'd have liked it.
Do you regularly fly to Europe for investigations?
Sometimes.
And if you want to learn about being a witch, come forward.
Well, I mean, how can I resist that?
Uh-oh, here comes trouble.
Me? Never. Well,
That's a
nothing
lie,
too bad,
Nancy.
I hope.
You just
Did
stole
you
it.
know that in the Malleus Maleficarum, ginger hair was the sign of a witch? You're my kind of geek.
I'm not nearly as talented as you are.
Aw, shucks. You're making me blush. Oh, there it is. Now I'm turning red. You truly are a witch.
So to become a
Wow,
witch,
I feel
do I
like
need
she
to
is
take a
putting the
test
hots
or
on
get a
me real
diploma?
hard right now.
A true witch is not made with pieces of paper. She is born to it and will feel the call. Bureaucracy is for persecutors. We don't need permission. We don't live by the rules.
That's called an amethyst,
Anyway,
not a witch.
what can I
It's
help you with?
different.
How often do you do this show?
most nights. It gets busier around Halloween, and I'm sure you can figure out why.
How about the night that the Hathorn house was burned?
You look a little young to be working for the police, dear.
I am
Oh
absolutely
no,
interviewing
it's
her
nothing
right
like that. We're just curious tourists.
Good, because I've already spoken with them.
And so
We're just
you were
curious
here.
tourists.
I was
Yeah,
out
Dee
of
Dee.
town. Did you girls know that Salem is haunted? There's a ghost here. If you go on my tour, you'll learn where you can find it.
Keep going, make tour.
Have you lived in Salem for long?
Born and raised.
So you know the Perrys?
Born and raised,
course.
you got a very
Not
Midwest
well.
accent. That's okay.
If you were looking for them, Tegan is at the museum. She works there.
Not well. We're staying with Tegan. I figured there was some history between you two.
That was a long time back. We don't talk much now.
And May?
Yes, I know her too. Not spoken to her for a long time either.
But you've heard the rumors about her.
May is a troubled girl, and sometimes such girls get blamed for things that were not their... I don't think she burned down the Hathorn house, if that's what you're trying to get at. People with mundane minds look for mundane
this
explanations.
Part of the thing, or?
Do you really believe some modern witch coven unleashed ghosts on Salem?
About 8 years back, there were rumors of a coven. That they performed a ritual to return the dead witches to Salem to seek out their revenge before the witches moved on.
Is there any evidence of such a coven?
Ever since then, ghost sightings have gone through the roof. Salem is now considered the most haunted place in the country.
I mean, it was kind of that way beforehand.
You think
but
it's a
okay.
coincidence that the former home of the Hathorns was set on fire?
How else could the fire have started?
I heard there was not a single
Right.
living soul in the house when it started burning. Keyword, living. The world is composed of two
Here we
equal
go.
parts, dark and light. The light we see every day. It's the trees, the people, the birds. It's our world. You can even see it at night. The dark is the unknown. Plane of existence that vibrates just underneath the light. But if you were in a place like Salem, a place where a painful history permeates every surface, every crack, every brick, and every tomb, the dark will appear.
Yeah, I want to know what their process is
When you
about.
least expect it. That's why they say, don't be out past midnight in Salem, because the dark may reach out and take you.
Oh, honey, I've been in
Also,
Salem,
did you know that
California.
Salem has more ghost sightings than any other city in North America?
You already said that.
If you want to learn why, you should go on my tour.
Well, at least you plugged.
How did you perform that trick?
A witch never reveals her secrets. It's against the witch code.
Oh, is that what we're
A
calling it?
code? I thought bureaucracy and rules
He
were
is
for
selling
persecutors.
Although, if you take my self-guided tour,
There it is.
I promise you will learn at least one secret about being a witch.
Talk to you later.
The one thing I can say about this game is that this is heating up my computer something fierce. Like, this is warm in here. My graphics card is working for this. Which, you know,
Huh.
awesome. I can't that I can't do anything.
Fire at Hathorn House. We all know certain renegades in this town know something or two about fire.
May Perry, you don't think she'd do it again, do you? She was so young.
Wouldn't surprise me. Creeping around back alleys with her hood head down? Where there's smoke,
I think
there's
it's
fire.
easy, yeah.
Well,
Oh, I can
with her
turn the
history,
music down, sure.
she's bound to already be in the sights of the neighborhood watch. So we'll find out soon enough.
My thoughts exactly.
Actually, turn that down a little bit, then. How's that? Whoa, Jesus.
The museum is over there, across the square. That's where we can get the Real Witches tour tickets. The judge's office is in that building. If we want to go see him first, dive into the case.
She really just
I think we should head
follows you.
right for the judge. What do you think?
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Now look at this plaque. Roger Connett, 1592, 1611, first settler of Salem.
Oh.
Oh.
Darn. Missed the opening hours. Better luck tomorrow.
Yeah, this is definitely like
Now this
Halloween
accused
Town
witches
version.
group shows up from out of nowhere and thinks they're
Fictionalized
entitled to the
Salem.
Hathorn property.
Didn't they find proof for their claim? It's only fair.
How far back do these reparations have to go? It's been hundreds of years. Nobody owes these loudmouths squat. It's a bid for attention and money.
Must every response be outrage? I miss the peace and quiet.
Well, they sound like New Englanders, all right. Not wanting to talk about the past at all? Yep, that sounds about right. New England townies. Can I take some of this? Come on. Go this way. Okay. Whoa. I mean, there's a sinkhole
The
here.
road has completely collapsed into the sinkhole.
Accurate.
No wonder they closed it off. The ground is still crumbling.
Accurate. That's... Yeah, they probably can't have the wish statue. That's a good point.
That group is really chanting up a storm. What has them so angry?
False judgment, false claim. Who's this person? Can I talk to them or info?
Why are there protesters in a small town like this?
What happened with that?
Why are there protesters in a small town like this?
It's a weird.
That group is really chanting. That group is
Can these guys get any louder? They're going to wake the dead next door.
Maybe that's a good thing. I could ask them a few questions.
Stop trying to erase our history.
Excuse me. What exactly are you guys
Excuse me.
protesting?
Only the greatest injustice to happen in Salem since 1692. They're gonna give the house to the state.
They're gonna give the house to the state. I hate to tell you, buddy, but if you give it to the state, they got a lot more money for it than this shit. And if you think the state doesn't care about Salem, you haven't met other
What does it stand for?
Massachusetts citizens.
Hathorn House is a symbol of the state's oppression. Judge Hathorn bought it cheap after we murdered our ancestors so we could build his mansion. And now we can legally take it back.
Well, if you're doing it legally, then why the protest march?
All our evidence relating to the estate has gone missing. Stole it right from the courthouse. And the judge himself refuses to speak to us. He hasn't even made an official statement regarding the burglary. It's an injustice!
When do we want it?
What do we want?
Wait. So these are descendants of the... Wait. So this is... They're trying to... I'm confused by this. This is an odd protest to have. Very odd protest.
Hey, what are you doing?
He's a
Okay,
judge,
bitch.
Deirdre. He's not gonna bite. Hello? Judge Danforth.
Yeah. Hello. Ted? Is that you?
Picked the right door.
Ted?
No, Your Honor. My name is Nancy Drew. I think you've spoken with my father.
Nancy Drew? Carson's daughter?
Yes, and I'm with my friend Deirdre Shannon. We're investigating the arson of the Hathorn house.
Ah, yes, yes.
Can we come in?
Well, you see, no, I mean, I'd let you in, but I seem to have been locked in my office and I need some help getting out.
Do you know where I could find a key to your office?
What?
Yes, I believe I gave a copy of the key to Alicia Cole as backup. She's just down the hall. I hope she's still here.
Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. What's this is a little upside down. Why is Boston upside down? Is that really what it looked like in 1772? No, no. Painter lines show streets of 1880. Oh, I see. Okay, yeah, no. Oh, I see what they're saying. This here is the outline of Boston in 1772. Right here. That's what they had. And there was the neck right here. I remember this. And this is all landfill. All of this outside of that line is landfill. So it's upside down, keeping that in mind. This is the north end right over here. That's where Paul Revere and all that jazz is and everything like that. Wait, no. Wait. This is the north end. Yes. Okay. This is the back bay, which is around where I work. So, because I was going to say, I'm looking at this, I'm like, Boston in 1772, the Common didn't exist back then. Not that way, at least. Like, the Common was built by Frederick Law Olmsted. Ugh, I dropped a thing. There it is. Oh! Alright, what do we got? God, Dee Dee, Jesus Christ, you need to calm the fuck down. Arlington? Oh, hey. Arlington. This is weird. Finding stuff. God, Jesus. Her just popping up everywhere and freaking. Oh, we're gonna keep going down the hall. And then this is just a view of Boston from 1880, I guess. Alright. Well, cool. Hi. Oh, so we're on the ground floor. Oh, we are. Okay, that makes sense.
Yes, can I help you?
Hi.
How did
So
you
sorry to
teleport through the
bother you at
freaking
this
wall?
hour, but we're here to meet with Judge Danforth. And
I mean,
he
considering
seems
they
to be
put the map
locked
of
inside his
Boston upside
office.
down, probably.
He said you might have a key.
Sorry, I gave him my spare. Unbelievable. Does this ever end?
Oh, well then, do you have a paperclip?
Yeah. And if you don't mind me asking, what business do you two have with the judge?
We're helping the judge with a case.
Anything I can assist you with?
Thanks, but I think we got it. No need for a lawyer. At least, not yet.
The diploma gave me away, huh?
I mean, you have
Aside
them right
from the cold
there,
coffee
sweetie.
you're still drinking and the deluxe open box of sticky tabs, yeah. You could say I know the type really well.
Nancy Drew, you really are your father's daughter. It's nice to finally meet you.
You know my dad?
Small world. If you need any assistance or more paper clips, feel free to ask.
Stanford, Harvard, and Columbia. That's quite a mix. So judging by the size of the degrees then, she got an undergrad degree from Stanford, then went to Columbia, then finished at Harvard. Just generally. They get larger as you go on, trust me. That was pretty cool, yeah. And there we are. It's a pic of New York. Is this New York? Wait. No, this is... Is this Tokyo? No. What city is it? London? I'm having problems here. Is that Vauxhall though? I don't see any. No, but if it's Vauxhall, then nearby would be. What is this city? This is bothering me. Trying to look for like distinctive landmarks here, and there are a lot harder than I would think. This is what's throwing me off. It almost kind of looks like Tokyo Tower. But... Huh. This isn't important, but now it's important. Fine, it might just be random, fine. Alright, well I guess we're gonna go... You wanna fuss with it, Nancy? No, we're just gonna... okay.
Hello? Judge Danforth. I was hoping we could talk about the Hathorn House case.
Yes, it's a terrible tragedy for our town, but let's table that discussion for later, okay? I'd like to get out of my office first.
And that's fair, but...
I wanted to talk to you about the Book of Apologies. You know, the book in Austria. At
Nancy, why are we talking
Castle?
through the door?
Yes, Nancy, I would love to talk about it, but I would really love if we could do it in person, face to face, as opposed to through this door.
No, he's
I'll come back later.
not wrong. You just gotta...
Judge Danforth? I couldn't find your key.
What? Alicia said she'd keep a copy for me.
Well, I did find a paperclip. I think I can pick your lock, if that's okay with you.
Yeah?
I mean, she's getting his
Sure,
consent.
fine.
This shouldn't be too much of a challenge.
Okay. Hold to drag pin. Feel for the pin that gives resistance. Release when the pin locks in place. What? Oh, I see. Okay, some of them are harder to lift than others. And that's the one that I need to move. There. Now this one's hard. Okay. Okay. Interesting.
Ha! Still got it.
Efficient. How'd you learn to do that, actually?
By not being
Online
an idiot.
video tutorial.
Someday you have to tell me about your secret life of breaking and entering, Drew.
Oh, please.
Because you're in danger of being cool. Which, honestly, I just don't like.
Someday.
Sweetie, I've been cooler than you for years. I'm sorry. I don't know why a judge has books on psychology. Those have been used over and over again, though, so I guess same thing. Whoa, wait a minute. University of Law. Just the University of Law.
Ah, those protesters are out there again, stirring the pot. You know, this town used to be a quiet place, but it seems lately there's been an element that has infiltrated our community. I have no doubt one of those troublemakers locked my door and threw away the key. Now, Nancy, your father and I have discussed.
Oh, sorry. I'm not Nancy.
Of course you're not. You look nothing like Carson. Did your father ever tell you about the time we won 4th place at the Lake Winnipesaukee Regatta?
Hey, New
You
Hampshire,
see,
what's
at
up?
the time I had 20/10 vision, so I was the navigator and...
Judge, this is Deirdre Shannon. She's working with me on the case.
Deirdre, you're the one who tried to break down my door.
Breakdown?
Your Honor, that's an exaggeration. I was knocking. Heavily.
Look, I'm really busy.
What's
dealing with this
going
Hathorn House
on
business.
here?
Being a judge is not as simple as, investigating during your free time.
Well, we just used our free time to unlock your door. So I'm sure you'll be willing to repay us with some answers to our questions.
Dee, why are you here?
Yes, of course. What can I help you girls with?
Okay.
Can you explain to us how you're involved with the Hathorn house?
Well, yes.
Set up already.
The house was built by Judge John Hathorn during the 1600s, and it represented the oldest surviving structure from that era. Judge Hathorn, of course, was one of the 3 judges that presided over the Salem witch trials.
Yes, and I'm sure we can read all about the home's history in Salem's museum.
More recently, Frances Tuttle, Judge Hathorn's last direct descendant, lived in a small section of the house while the rest was left to fall into considerable disrepair. She was alone, except for a part-time caregiver, Lauren Holt, who had a bedroom in the carriage house. A few months ago, Frances Tuttle passed away, which left Hathorn House without a legal heir. According to the historical statutes of Salem, after 90 days, the house reverts to public property, the deadline of which is 2 days from now, at midnight.
I was told that the burning of Hathorn House is suspected to be a case of arson. How did the police come to that conclusion?
The investigation found paint solvent residue on burnt embers, suggesting someone deliberately used an accelerant. Thankfully, Mrs. Tuttle never had to see what became of her home.
And what evidence do you have that May Perry is the one responsible for this?
Evidence? Have you ever heard of recidivism? 3 out of 4 criminals in the United States are repeat offenders. And there's only one person in all of Salem who has a history of fire-related crime.
So, there is no evidence?
Not yet, but there will be.
You don't need evidence.
Wow.
She's already been convicted in the court of public opinion.
Is that what she said?
This is a
No,
lot.
I'm saying it.
She has a history with this sort of thing.
What's May's motive? What does she gain by burning down the Hathorn house?
You'd have to ask her, and while you're at it, you can ask about her alibi, which she refused to give to the police. So, any other questions?
Alright, I'm looking up things on Wikipedia while I'm here. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what house it is that I'm talking about. There we go. John Hathorn, home site of Judge Hathorn lived on the south of the townhouse Salem Courthouse. South of the townhouse courthouse, 1692, on present-day Washington Street, a short walk from home court. Or this is about him himself. I want to know more about the house. Wharf and a liquor license, landowner with property in Maine. definitely doesn't exist anymore. Funny enough, it looks like it actually was on. It looks like the house was actually where... Yeah, the house is where the Bewitched statue is. The house is actually... The original Hawthorne house is right where the witch statue is. 118 Washington Street, Salem, Massachusetts. So, yeah, this is all fictional Salem, not real Salem, which is disappointing, but, you know, I guess that's what happens when you try to replicate a true, actual place and let you walk around the town. All the other places, for instance, like, you know, Washington, D.C., for instance, they have fictional places in D.C., like, you know, the Eleanor Roosevelt Hospital and Beach Hill Museum, but when you're moving around DC, it's just a map of DC. Same with Paris. You're moving around, you know, within fictional locations in Paris, but it's where they would be in real Paris, and you travel on the metro. In this case, you're actually walking down the street, come to the courthouse, and that's not the real courthouse. The Salem Museum, and I think that's supposed to be the Peabody Essex Museum, I'm guessing.
So the Book of Apologies.
Very interesting, weird.
Why did you really need it?
Weird thing
Yes, and first of all, I'm so glad you're all right. Nasty business. Had I known you were going to be put in harm's way, I would have never called Carson and asked for his help.
I've done plenty of work for my father. Trust me. I can handle
Don't give me those eyes, Dee Dee.
Yes,
I can see you glaring
sure
at me.
you can.
So I've already heard some stories, but would you mind giving me your version of why the book is important?
Yes, so... Judge Sewell was rumored to keep a ledger of all the accused, intending to publish it to reconcile with their families and clear their names. But he passed away before he could do so.
Going to Austria for a rumored book seems like a heck of a long shot.
Well, I have been under some pressure from the AW group. AW as in accused witches.
Don't you think it's dangerous throwing around May's name as a suspect before any evidence links her to the crime?
What do you mean? What are you saying?
From what you've described, there is no evidence against May. Yet you were saying that she did it. As a judge, I think you would be the first to admit that sounds prejudicial.
It is not just me, Miss Drew. There are plenty of people who believe that May is responsible for this crime.
That's
It
nice
is
that
not
plenty of people
prejudice, when
believe
she is
it.
the only likely suspect.
Based on what?
That is the definition of prejudice.
Hey!
I'm not going to have this debate with you.
Debate me, debate me.
Is there anything else?
Oh,
So,
Lord, he's a bad
How
judge,
did Francis
isn't he?
Tuttle pass away exactly?
The woman was 88 years old. The coroner confirmed her death was of natural causes.
Okay,
So they
calm the
never
fuck
investigated
down.
Lauren Holt.
You need the suspicion of foul play to investigate someone, young
I very
lady.
much dislike this man.
We'd like to speak with her all the same.
She still lives on the estate, although for how much longer we do not know. You can also find her in her shop, Luminous Infusions. She might be willing to talk to you.
Talk to you later.
Miss Drew, before you go,
He's fun.
there is something else I need your help with.
I don't know that I want to
You're
help
not
you
locked
with
out of your
anything.
car, are you?
Oh, no. There was an incident here recently. Someone broke into the evidence room.
Oh. Have you called the police?
Well, no, not yet. I don't think anything was taken. Never mind. I'll call the police. Thank you for your time.
Okay. I still don't know what. Okay, no, I don't. Okay, well, I guess I must have checked it. Whoa. Let's see if we can talk to her.
So, how did your meeting go with the judge?
Informative. But he's not telling us everything.
Don't worry. Come back tomorrow. He'll be in a better mood then.
I'll come back later.
We're not going to introduce ourselves? Okay, sure. Dee Dee's like following around is just a little much for me. He's like right on my tail this whole time.
Ooh, should we take the witch tour?
She's just there.
The shops aren't making a lot of business right now.
Now that's a lie. Anywhere in Salem, they'd be making bank right now. All right, if it's anywhere near fall, it's
Darn,
like
missed the
absolute killing.
Fire at Hathorn House. We all know certain renegades in this town know something or two about fire.
May Perry.
Yeah, trust me.
You don't think she'd
Fall
do it again, do you?
money.
She was so young.
Wouldn't surprise me. Creeping around back alleys with her hood head down. Where there's smoke, there's fire.
Well, with her history, she's bound to already be in the sights of the Neighborhood Watch. So we'll find out soon
The
enough.
Neighborhood Watch? Excuse me? Wow. Alright, who's this nerd? Oh.
Let's visit the cemetery. I want a picture of Little Liberty.
It'll be more useful to explore the graveyard with a tour guide. It'll
Really?
be more...
Fine. Ah, she's right there, and it is just creepy as fuck.
The Salem Museum. Prime address for local history and information on the infamous witch trials. The figure of a Puritan woman accused of being a witch. These were ordinary people, just like anyone else.
Oh, hi, Dee Dee. God, she is just right there all the time.
The carefully researched genealogy of several accused witches. Their names weren't fully cleared until 2001.
Yeah. John Proctor, there we go. We got some Crucible in there. Very good. The Quarries, Bishop. All there. I mean, yeah, so that's the thing. It's like they look kind of I think it's like an amalgamation of things, right? Like it's not explicitly one thing from Salem. It's kind of a little. There's a
Closed off.
no. There's a little bit of everything. Like nope, nope. Nancy, no. Okay.
Everything you could ever want to know about Salem's history, from the Namkiag people to the Great Salem Fire of 1914.
Okay.
Sad that even children are named in the list of those accused witches, like Abigail Johnson, just 11.
Here we go. There's Elizabeth Paris, alright. Original accuser. Yep, we got a shout out for Nathaniel Hawthorne, but we're not talking about how Hawthorne changed his name. or had a name change at that point.
Let's see.
Unnatural smoke, people loitering, someone carrying a jerry can. Wow.
There's something off about that bookcase.
What bookcase?
Need
that
a
one?
closer look.
One behind the desk?
There's something off.
Yes, that one. Okay. Oh. Wait a minute. We can carve a pumpkin? Alright, this game is the coolest. Happy pumpkin.
Done. This looks great. Now to find a nice place to put it.
Pumpkins. Oh, I have a pumpkin. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, that's not
sorry
likely
about the mess. We're in the middle of installing a big showcase. So what have you seen in town so far?
We decided to do the Real Witches tour.
Oh, you talked to Olivia.
What's with her getup? Witch? Street magician, maybe?
Everyone has to make a living. Is she telling the story about a coven living here in the recent past?
Yeah. Why?
Just bad taste.
Olivia is quite the local character. I hope you don't mind if we do the tour. I want to see more of the town, and finding out a place's old superstitions is kind of the habit I've gotten into. I'm excited to look around the museum.
Of course. How's the investigating going? Any progress with May?
I've got some leads. I haven't had much progress with May, though. I was wondering if I could ask you a couple of questions, if you have time.
Sure thing. How can I help?
What's this new showcase about?
Yes, this new showcase is going to be really cool. Just in time for Halloween, you know?
But what is it about?
If you come back on Halloween, I'll show you.
Do you have any more information about the Salem witch trials?
I don't know.
Did the exhibitions manage to spark your interest?
Like a nervous tick.
They did. I found this display showing the ancestry of the accused.
Yeah, it's right
but it
behind
didn't seem fully complete. I was wondering if you had more information stored here somewhere.
Well, we do have the upper floor, which is also where I keep most of my accused witches' stuff.
Would it be okay for me to go up there? I'd really like getting a better picture of the history of Salem.
Usually we don't allow people up on the second floor. It's restricted. But maybe just this once I can make an exception.
Hell yeah,
you are
can.
here to help after all. So if you think it would benefit you, feel free to go up there.
Thank you.
I'll open the door for you. It's actually really cool. The stairs are hidden behind a bookcase. Hold on.
Okay.
How's the investigating going? Any progress with May?
Okay.
So what's the deal with these pumpkins?
Oh, yeah. I've prepared some pumpkins that visitors can carve and bring with them to places around
It's
Salem.
controlled by
Feel free to
telekinesis.
give it a try if you want.
Ah!
It's really fun and completely
No, it's a
free.
Google. It's a Google command, really.
We came across a protester
Also,
who was part of the Accused Witches organization.
The pumpkin carving is
Do
completely
you know
free.
anything about them?
The poor men and women who were
thing.
accused of
Pumpkins are
witchcraft
not
in
that cheap.
1692 were killed and robbed under the guise of justice. Because of
It
that,
would
their
make the
descendants,
museum
the
smell really
AW
bad.
organization, have been working to get reconciliation ever since. They even filed a claim for ownership of the Hathorn House.
Talk to you later.
How do I go go back there. There we go. Nah, God. He's just there all the time.
Whoa, originals? These books must be hundreds of years old. No wonder they're restricted.
If they're hundreds of
I
years
hope
old,
their
then they shouldn't be
information is
just in
still
open
open to
stacks
the
like this,
public
but that's
at
okay.
least.
Unless there are other copies, if they're originals and they are hundreds of years old, why are they in open stacks in an attic that is not temperature controlled? This is not good archival practice. I'm not even an archivist. Prohibition. Here we go. AW sign is suspected to be created by bootleggers. Ooh. Another way. Well, we have a lot of possible AW here.
Someone's a busy bee. Old court protocols, ancestry records. Tegan is really digging deep into the witch trials.
Let these books just sit here. Yeah, my LIS site's showing a little bit. My semester's finished and I'm sticking strong with a 4.0 here, so I'm just feeling it, you know? Pamphlet you wrote out. Famous author Nathaniel Hawthorne. There we go. We got a thing. Nathaniel Hawthorne, great-great-grandson of ruthless Judge John Hathorne. Changed his name to Hawthorne. There we go. Scarlet Letter, wrote of John Hathorne. Samuel Paris altered their name to Perry. Here we go. Getting some sexy stuff in here. Yeah, honestly, the end of the semester is a marvelous feeling, and I'm glad that it's done. In fact, actually, let me just quickly double check and see if... Technically, I only have an A in just one of my classes. The other one hasn't actually posted yet. I'm expecting it to be an A, however, so, you know, one of those little things. I'm just going to double check on my thing. It'll take me like 2 seconds. I'm just... I don't remember when grades are official, but like, yeah, okay, I only have one still. Only have one still. So, like, I kind of phoned in some of one of my classes a little bit, because it was really easy to just kind of do the assignments and still get A's and everything. And I did a lot of really good work in it, don't get me wrong. But, I definitely didn't really... There were these weird little lesson things that had like little quizzes at the end or whatever, and I didn't do all of them because I'm like, they're not graded, so if they're not graded, it's not a big deal. But then looking over the syllabus, it looks like they actually might be graded. And I did like 1 of 13 of them. Yeah. or 2 of 13? Something. I don't know. I didn't do a lot. But that's only a small portion of 20% of the grade, and even if I get 20%, I could even just, I don't know. It's all fine. Doesn't look like I have any news on that, though. Well, this is all very interesting stuff, but like, there's something to actually do up here, or no? Okay, so the little yellow thing means that there's a new objective. And then the little green one means that there's... the green one means that there is a X message. Okay.
It's locked.
It's locked. Oh. It's what, Nancy? Locked. Oh, so glad they kept that line in.
Uh-oh, here comes trouble.
Talk to you later.
How do I...
This tour sounds interesting.
Welcome on my tour.
Thank you.
Okay. What do I do then? Oh, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you. Visit which tour spots? How do I know which ones are which tour spots? I guess this is a which tour spot?
Can't use that here.
Nope. I'm assuming we start in the... Yep. It's self-guided, yeah. I know. Ah, there we go. Okay, you can, that's right. Raven. Oh, look for the raven and place the tablet over spots of interest. Okay. And Coles, Witch's Memorial, Hathorne's Grave, Unmarked Graves, Little Liberty, Hathorne House, Puritan Statue. Okay, well, let's get started. Samuel Sewell? Lord Cromwell. Roger Conant. There we go. The original, the OG. God, you are just there and creepy as all hell.
Huh.
These headstones bear names lost to history, but some believe they belong to those sentenced for witchcraft. A condemned witch was forbidden from being buried on consecrated ground, but many victims were buried by loved ones in secrecy, and some may have found their eternal rest beneath these unmarked graves.
I feel like those candles are going to be like a thing at some point. Wow.
Bring light into the darkness.
Wow.
Before you stands Abigail Hathorne, helping the accused witches escape the grasp of her own brother, Judge Hathorne himself. Abigail freed many from their holding cells until the judge caught her in the act and locked her up in a cell deep within the Hathorne house. The statue was given the name Little Liberty in honor of her valiant efforts to free the innocent.
Oh, you're right. Maybe I do put the pumpkins on the candles. That's a good idea.
W. This is the same marking as in Mosam Castle. What a strange coincidence.
Nancy, I thought you said yourself you don't believe in coincidences. There are no quinkydinks. Now I gotta go try that. Hold on. There we go. Okay. Alright. Pumpkin.
Yes.
Yeah! You put the pumpkins on the candles? We're gonna light so many pumpkins. Oh my god. It's pumpkin time. This is gonna get real pumpkin hours in here, alright? Alexander Bell? Yeah. And Samuel Paris. Interessant.
This spot gives me the chills.
You stand before the remains of Salem's most zealous and conniving judge. So lacking in morals was Judge Hathorne that he sentenced innocents to death while claiming the estates of the dead as his own. Unlike the more remorseful Judge Sewell, Hathorne never felt any guilt for his part in the Salem witch trials.
Alright, well now I need to know if there are any more candles so I can figure out how many more to bring here.
Hathorne House. Can't see it from here. Must be deeper in through the trees.
And like that right there?
Through these woods lies the infamous Hathorne estate. It was common during the Salem witch trials that the lands of the accused were taken and resold for cheap. The judge himself bought many such lands, and on them built his grand estate. The Hathorne House has since come to represent all the wrongs that were inflicted during the trials.
Sheridan statue, accused witches memorial, Salem sinkholes. Alright, well before we...
Not yet. There are some more things I'd like to look into before I'm done.
Come on, Drew.
I don't need to hear from you, bitch. Come on, Drew. Ugh. Okay, so... I know there was a candle at the Perry's house. There's a candle over here. So, let's go carve a pumpkin. What you? Oh, you can even pick different shapes of pumpkins. Look at these pumpkins. It's a big boy. Perfect.
Done. This looks great. Now to find a nice place to put it. Yes.
Yeah. I love this part of the game. Oh my god. That's it. This is the best game. This is it. This is as good as it gets, everybody.
Done. This looks great. Now to find a nice place to put it.
Yeah, no, there haven't been like really, really big puzzles yet. You are right. I don't remember if there's a candle upstairs. Doesn't look like it, no. Not really big puzzles. You are right. I'm not sure if
Not yet.
Okay, we can't have more than one. So while we're here, whoa, this is a little, whoa. Nope, tablet. There we go.
The Salem Museum, known formerly as
Oh, okay,
the
so
Town
this
Hall,
is supposed to be the Town
not
Hall
only
Museum.
a great resource for the Salem witch trials, it also holds records of other
Not the
interesting
PBSs.
facets of
There.
our local history. Anyone anyone visiting Salem does well to seek out the forbidden knowledge hidden in these halls.
Okay.
The carefully researched gene.
It was a time of horror, when the witches who walked the earth were wrongfully prosecuted and thus stripped of everything. These are the ghosts you'll find here in Salem. Their homes taken, their knowledge destroyed,
Nice.
their lives erased.
I mean, yeah, I haven't been to the Town Hall Museum in a really long time. I want to look it up real quick. Old Town Hall, Salem, Mass. There we go. Derby Square. Yeah, it's kind of similar. Like, kind of similar. Go back to the 360 view so I can actually... Oh, that's the inside. Yeah, nope, that is the Town Hall. I am aware of that. I mean, there is a witch... The Witch History Museum is right there, too. Excuse me. Oof. The witch sculpture is right there, but yeah. Smuggler's Tour. I don't think that's where... There isn't any kind of, Yeah, it's not quite right. And there's no courthouse on the other side, so not quite right. Also, that's right where the office of Representative Seth Moulton is. Oh. God, gag me, please. That's excellent. Pumpkin.
Yes.
Yeah. This whole town's gonna be covered in pumpkins. So many pumpkins. Let's get the really tall pumpkin. We just get lots of circles, just... Yeah, circles.
Done. This looks great. Now to
I
find
like
a nice
that
place
there
to
is
put
this
it.
random pumpkin generator that's just in here. I just enjoy this part of the game immensely. Way more than I think I should have. Yeah, the sinkhole's just over there. It's just right over here, yeah. I'm just focusing on pumpkins because pumpkins.
Yes.
Yeah.
The road has completely collapsed.
The road has completely collapsed, and that's very typical of New England.
Oh there, watch your steps. In recent years, these maws into the deep unknowns have opened. There was once a vast network of tunnels beneath Salem, used by smugglers during the Prohibition era. Most would have you believe that these tunnels are now collapsing. But you have to wonder if there could be something more sinister behind these sudden maws into the underworld.
Okay, I'm officially exhausted. Let's head back to the Perry house, okay?
We can't head back to the Perry house until I get another pumpkin. There's a spot for a pumpkin. Let's make a nice pumpkin this time.
Done. This looks great. Now to find a nice place to put it.
What's up?
How's the investigating going? Any progress with May?
So you seem to know a lot about the accused witch's claim on Hathorn House.
Yes,
Excuse
I do.
me, I need to go through
As
this.
a member of the community who
I
is
need to go
invested
through
in our
this
history,
protest and
I am also the founder
pumpkin.
of the Accused Witches organization. Our aim is to provide restitution for the names of these victims and their families around the world. I'm more than happy to show you our official governmental paperwork. We were just approved as a 501c3.
That's...
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
Maybe later.
501c3? Holy shit, that's a really long process.
Do you think your claim on Hathorn House and the arson are related?
I sure think so.
And why is that? Because
My
they're accusing
university's
May?
a 501c3, like...
They're going after my family because they can't get to me. Someone thinks they can intimidate me. Well, they have no idea how stubborn a Perry can be.
Talk to you later.
Alright, we'll go back to the Harris house. I'm gonna just start calling them by their original name, Harris. Well, actually, we're gonna stop in here and we're gonna see if these other two can say add anything to the conversation.
I'll come back later.
Nope.
What can I help you girls with?
How valid is the claim the accused witches have
We're about to
against
hear
the
some
Hathorn House?
stuff.
I have been working with Tegan Perry, the organizer of that group. The Book of Apologies would have presented evidence Miss Perry could use for her claim.
And without it...
Their case is incomplete. According to the statutes of Salem established in 1629, property ownership was placed under the vacuum domicilium doctrine, meaning that any unused land would be made available to any member of the public who was willing to settle on it. This comes into effect 90 days after the land is abandoned at midnight.
Why do we get
meaning
the
it will
feeling
happen with the Hathorn
that
estate in 2 days.
This is... Okay, vacuum domicilium. I think that might be gone. Yeah. I think that's not a thing anymore. I mean, we absolutely... Right. Laws intended for back then are absolutely 100% in effect today, but then again, we do have our Constitution, so some people interpret that as a very literal document. That should not grow or change in any way, shape, or form, despite the fact that we've done that several times, but we can't do that now because political consensus is impossible in this day and age, despite the fact that some of the political consensus should be pretty fucking obvious, but that's just, anyway, we get on a political rant here. That being said, the vacuum domicilium thing, it's one of those things where it's like it could be a thing still, because
Any thoughts?
First
New
album
England
was
absolutely
better.
still has.
Yeah, totally. It's good.
Really? You like this?
Why wouldn't I?
Yeah, well, they were much better before they changed
Yeah,
their basis.
I don't know what that parking spot
I'm in
is.
the case.
That's impossible.
What do you think about it?
I don't like the judge.
No
Yeah,
shit.
I kind of got that. I think the feeling's mutual.
Well, he's a jerk. Maybe he burned down the Hathorn house. What? You don't think so?
I don't think the judge burned down the house. But losing the accused witch's evidence seems a little too convenient.
Exactly. It's the absence of a case, which is why May should be considered innocent.
If May were willing to give an alibi, we could clear this up tonight. She's not talking to anyone, it seems. We are all allowed to enjoy some amount of privacy, but her refusal to be interviewed leads me to believe she is hiding something.
I can't believe you, Drew. I thought you were here to help.
Did you fucking hear
You know, not everyone can be as brilliant and cold as you are.
I'm not cold. And I never said I was brilliant either.
You need to get May to trust you. If she trusts you, she'll open up and tell you the truth.
Or you could
And then
do it
you'll see.
as-
You're kind of my last hope to reach her.
Or you...
You're good at finding ways to get people to open up. Usually. So find a way.
I'll try.
Well, sorry that you suck at being a good family member, so... Yeah. What's that noise choice for Nancy. That is a pumpkin. That is a prime pumpkin spot. Are there other pumpkin spots? I need to know how many more I need here. We gotta keep track of these. They're important. Yeah, I gotta put one in Nancy's room. Okay. Actually,
Hi.
wait. Oh, never mind.
Hey, what are you listening to?
You like this?
Yeah, we were listening on the way over. First album was much better. Yeah, too bad they changed bassists.
Yeah, I know, right? It's just, you don't look like you listen to this music.
Why does no one
It's
believe
very
me?
basic.
Now you know how I feel.
Your sister really cares about you.
She has a strange way of showing it sometimes.
Well, she cared enough to get Deirdre and I involved.
I worry about her.
How come?
She takes her work really seriously. Like, she cares. A lot. Like, way more than most normal people do for their passion projects. It's not a hobby, it's more like something she has to do.
Kinda sounds like me.
I hope not. It's like her personal crusade, like only she can make it better or something. You can't live your life like that.
I think it's a burn.
You need to enjoy it. Enjoy it with people you love.
It's burn damage, yeah.
Yeah, believe me, I know. Can you tell me anything about Olivia Ravencroft? Anything at all?
I can tell you she doesn't get along with my sister.
Really? Why?
I don't know. They had some falling out a while ago. You should ask her.
Do you think
Yeah, that's
Olivia
okay.
would have any reason to light the Hathorn
I
house
understand
on fire?
the
Let me put it
lag
this way.
there.
Olivia is what we call in this town part of the witch business.
Ah.
Anything dramatic, spectacular, or with fire, she's
Okay.
usually involved.
So you think she did it?
I didn't say
Witch
that.
business. I
just
like
think
that.
it's
They
possible
actually are
that she
calling
could
out
have.
the
Okay.
legit local
Thanks.
thing. Like it literally is a business on its own. Like Salem's witch history sells itself. It's amazing to see walking down any of the streets in downtown Salem how incredibly like blatant some of them are. Fake some of them are. Like you can usually tell an actual witchcraft shop versus actual witchcraft or actual Wicca shops versus not actual ones. It's so interesting.
May, I know you don't know me that well, but I'm here to help you.
I didn't burn down the Hathorn house.
Okay. Why does everyone think you did?
It's called prejudice. I look different. Or something like that.
That doesn't seem like a good reason to burn down a building.
What can I say? It was stupid. It's gone.
Is that right?
Did you ever visit the estate?
All the time. I appreciated it.
Oh? Why? Because it's historically significant?
It was built by a cold, brutal man who sent a bunch of people to their death because he didn't understand them. I appreciate being reminded of what happens when greedy people stay in charge.
Look, I spoke with the judge. They don't have anything on you.
I think she does,
All
yeah.
we need is an alibi, and then they can't charge you with anything.
And they're not going to have anything on me. Because he can't prove I did it.
Then why not just give the police an alibi? That's all they need.
I just
It is
can't.
very real today.
It's not only about me, okay?
Okay, I understand. But I can't help you or anyone else if I don't know who they are.
Just, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but I can't.
Now we get in there. Protecting someone.
Did you know Frances Tuttle very well?
No. But I know her daughter Lauren has that shop, Luminous Infusions.
You ever been inside?
No, why would I go there?
I was just wondering if you knew her.
I don't. I mean, I know she used to hang with my sister back in the day, but I guess they fell out or something, that's all I know.
Do you and the judge know each other? Have a history?
The man thinks I'm a bad influence.
Why?
Yeah, the
Because
nice funky beats
I
have
used
been
to be
going on
friends
for a
with his
while.
son.
Unfortunately, we're
His
stuck
son
with
has
it.
had
In-game
an
music, not
interesting life, and he
soundtrack.
thinks it's my fault. He holds a grudge against me.
Really? That sounds surprising.
You live in a small town long enough, people make up their minds about who you are. Doesn't matter if it's true or not. It just is.
We saw Tegan at the museum. Looks like she's working on an interesting installation.
Why don't you ask her?
Well, I thought you might have an opinion, or...
I don't. Can you just leave her out of this? I don't want her being involved with my problems. I'm done talking, okay?
Well, that's that. Alright, cool. We got everything to get out of her. Okay, go talk to...
Well?
She's protecting
Dee
something.
Dee.
Or someone.
Okay, yeah, obvi.
Yeah,
But
she's
what?
definitely out here
I don't know
spilling
yet.
that tea, sis.
I'm getting through to her, though. We have to go to the Hathorn house. Tonight.
Tonight? Like, in the dark?
Of course.
Yeah. Do you have flashlights?
You do remember what I told you about that place, right?
Holy.
You know what? Better idea. I'll go. You stay here and see if maybe May feels like talking to you.
Be careful out there, Drew.
There's no such thing as ghosts, Deirdre. I'll be fine.
No, not ghosts. People swear there's something in that house. Too many people believe it to not be true. Could be a wild animal or a toxic waste dump, I don't know. Just keep your guard up, okay?
Yeah, side by side. Oh, not this time.
All
Alright,
right,
sure.
let's not hug or anything. You should check in with Lauren Holt. She still lives up there. Take the keys for my car. It's way too far of a walk all the way there. And remember, things happen after midnight in Salem.
Yeah, drunk things.
Be careful.
Drunk people. Lots of drunk people. Okay, time to get scary. Is there another... Yeah, I have to get a pumpkin for here too. Oh, hey, look, is that... Excuse me. That's, from that game that I can't remember the name of. Hold on. Hold on.
Leopard print lighter. Why here?
Can't use the lighter on the candle, even though that makes the most sense. But I got a lighter. Lighters are cool, right? It's not, so the yellow ones mean there's a new checklist thing. And then the green ones mean that there's a new thing here. Whoa, that's a lot of people. Let's start calling.
Hey, this is Nancy Drew. I have a couple more questions if you don't mind.
Oh, hello. I remember you, yes.
Sorry. Forgot about the time zones.
It's fine, it's fine. What did you want to ask me?
Yeah, it's not fine. I just realized if I'm calling her at nighttime in East Coast, then it's like 5 a.m. in Germany. Or like 6 a.m. in Austria.
I want to know more about victims of witch trials.
I see. Well, my focus lies on the Salver-Yako witch trials in and around Mosum Castle in the late 1600s. A clear but unusual pattern emerged for arresting, torturing, and executing at least 139 people.
How awful. What do you mean by a pattern?
The victims were social outcasts, disabled, homeless, poor. Over half of them were mere children and juveniles that gathered in gangs of beggars and petty thieves to survive. Uncommonly, more than 2/3 of the accused witches in this case were male.
That's so sad. They didn't stand a chance.
Indeed. Their low social status left them vulnerable to public scorn and persecution, as they had no one to vouch for their whereabouts. One young man in particular was sought after but never found, Jakob Kohler. The rumors of his black magic grew wilder by the day, spiraling into a witch-hunting craze.
This is worrisome. I don't want the same thing to happen in Salem a second time.
All the more
The second
important
time.
to
There
educate
you
about
go.
the past. Anything else you'd like to ask?
Can you tell me any more about Judge Sewell?
Yes. Samuel Sewell was a man plagued by remorse about the Salem witch trials for the rest of his life. he came to realize witchcraft does not exist and saw misfortunes in his personal life as punishment from God for condemning innocent people on insubstantial evidence.
At least he came to his senses, but too late to save the trial victims.
I believe he tried to make amends in other ways. Although not free of problematic views of the time, Sewell did strongly protest against slavery, composing the earliest recorded anti-slavery tract of what was to become the United States.
I'm not sure if that helps my investigation, but it's nice to hear people can learn and do better.
Indeed. Any more questions?
Did you find any more secrets on AW inside Judge Sewell's desk?
Nothing you hadn't already uncovered. It's an intriguing design, however, one that would become popular throughout Europe a century later under the famous German cabinet maker David Röntgen.
I wonder how Sewell managed to be ahead of his time. The ghost of carpentry yet to come?
What? The world has always been filled with crafty artisans. Another example of mechanical trick vessels and furniture can be found much earlier, in the 12th century works of chief engineer Ismail al-Jazari. But I'm getting carried away.
Wish I had the chance to crack the Book of Apologies, too. The AW lock. You have no idea what that could be referring to.
I'm afraid not. I've looked up a few options but found nothing I consider plausible. I'm sorry I cannot be of more help here, but if you find out, please let me know. I'm very curious about this myself.
All right, thanks anyway. I'm on it.
Right. Good. Any more questions?
I'll let you get back to your evening. Night? Thank you for taking time for me.
Nice.
It was nice talking to you again.
Question mark?
You're welcome. Please, stay in touch
Yeah, it
with
is
any
kinda weird
historical
with the
discoveries you
slowly
make.
moving.
I greatly appreciate it.
Will do.
A little excessive. Okay, well, let's call Kirsten, Drew.
Nance, I was just thinking about you. How's the investigation going? Any new leads?
Hey, Dad. I feel like I'm making headway.
Leaving no stone unturned? Things aren't always what they seem.
Yeah, I know that, Dad. I'm meticulous as always.
Atta girl. Unfortunately, your good old dad has some cases of his own that require his attention. But keep me updated on your progress.
Will do. Talk to you later. Love you.
Love you too, kiddo. Bye.
Alright, well, that was, not much. Alright, Nedstifer, we gotta talk.
Hello. You've reached the voicemail inbox of Ned Nickerson.
Pick up the phone.
I apologize that I did not come to the phone in a timely fashion. Please feel free to leave a message after the beep.
Hi, Nancy. Hope everything's okay. I'm a little busy right now, but I can take a question or two. What can I help you with?
Hey, Tegan. Of course, everything's fine. Just checking in with you.
Oh, don't worry about me. I'm sorry for being snappy earlier. I've just been so... I've got everything
I want to
under
know why
control.
Ned is in a Venetian
Maybe
strip
that
club.
worries me.
And I know
That's
what the
tough, but
inside of
she's
a
still
Venetian
just a
strip
kid.
club sounds like because I
It
danced
makes
in
me
one.
so angry that people will jump to conclusions when they don't even know her.
I understand that. I promise I won't judge her unfairly. But also, don't forget to take care of yourself.
Thank you. I'll try not to let the town get to me.
I'm good for now. I'll let you get back to work.
All right, see you tonight. I hope you make good progress today. May doesn't show it, but she's really counting on you.
Thanks. I'll do my best to get to the bottom of this. See you soon.
Whoops. Can I like choose where I'm going? Or do I have to just go? Oh, okay, so there's only... Alright, sure. Also, I see that there's a sign for the hotel here, and I'm assuming that that's like the Hawthorne House Hotel, which is great because it's a really cool hotel. One of the most haunted places in the United States, and I have stayed there. It's for someone's wedding.
It's locked.
It's locked. Rip.
It's locked. It's locked.
Damn. No snooping, I guess. Fine. So right now, we need one more pumpkin at least. Find out if there are any more pumpkins that we need. businesses. Oh, there's a candle right here. We gotta get another pumpkin. Wow, okay, I'm actually getting a little bit of chills right now. So, well done, Her Interactive, for freaking me out a little bit. That's beautiful.
That's beautiful.
Okay. This is gonna get creepy. Oh yeah. Oh Jesus. And it's a thunderstorm too. Good. Oh good. Oh wow. Hey.
Not creepy. Not at all.
Frank fucking Hardy, what do
Frank.
you want?
Nancy, you sound excited.
Yeah, well, guess where I am right now.
I, wouldn't even begin to. Salem, Massachusetts.
Joe, how the heck did you guys know?
We read about the Hathorn house in the Globe. Suspected arson.
Your name was
You
mentioned.
read the Boston
Not
Globe.
as a suspect, obviously. Tegan Perry mentioned she had
You
hired
just
you
read
to
the Boston
investigate.
Globe? Like,
Hired? Huh. That's news to me. I came here as a favor for Deirdre.
Deirdre Shannon? Wow, that's surprising.
Yeah, it's a strange case all around. Are you guys in Boston?
How'd you know?
You said Globe. There's only one paper
Yep,
I know that
there we
uses
go.
that name.
Whoa, nothing gets past you.
bitch.
You must keep Ned on his toes.
Of course I do. I'm wondering
Well,
why
to
he's
be
in a
honest,
fucking
I haven't
Venetian
really
strip
talked to
club.
him lately.
Oh, really? Yeah, us neither.
Salem's pretty close to Boston. If you guys have the time, you should come up here and check it out while I'm in town.
Really? Yeah, it would be good to catch up.
Would it though?
I don't know, Nancy. With our special detective powers, we might be mistaken for witches. Heard they don't fare well up there.
Are you kidding me? They love you
I
guys.
bet you once we see him in
Did
full,
you know that
it'll be a
Salem
little
is
less
the only
handsome. But
police force that has
I'm
a
gonna go
witch
with
as an
yeah.
official emblem?
They finally made him handsome.
I don't think that's true.
I'll bet you on it.
Remember when
Okay,
he
you're
used to
on.
look like?
I'll take payment when we arrive in Salem.
Yeah,
Maybe
no, all he has
in
to
a
do
week
is
or
hop
so.
on the purple line.
A week?
Hopefully, I won't be here then. But if you can make it up earlier, great.
Good talking to you, Nance.
Yeah, same to you two. Bye.
Bye. Thanks for calling me in the middle of fucking night.
Creepy. Creepy. Interesting.
Interesting indeed. That is a message. Oh god, she's gonna be right fucking behind me, isn't she? I'm gonna turn around and the ghost is actually Deirdre. Do I have to watch this conversation? Is this important? Okay, GD. Okay. Now I want to look behind me and see if DD's following me. She's actually the ghost. Damn. Well, here we are. Ooh. Definitely not inspired by the House of the Seven Gables. Why are we walking towards the house we know has no one in it? Fancy. Fancy. Why are we going
What are
talking
you
to
doing here?
the person
Are you
who
Lauren
lives
Holt?
You're trespassing. This is private property. I'm giving you one chance to explain yourself.
I need to speak with Lauren Holt.
So, what?
Well, I wanted to talk to her about Frances Tuttle.
Why? Did you know her or something?
No, but I want to.
She was a great woman.
I believe it. She was the former owner of this place, right?
Yeah. You can come in.
Servant's Passage is indeed.
My name is Nancy Drew.
Lauren Holt. But you knew that. T?
Please, you've lived here a while?
Since I was 11. Ever since Frances. Sorry. Still hurts. She was very special to me. So... You're here because why again?
I'm investigating the fire.
For whom, exactly?
A cousin of the Perrys. It seems like everyone thinks she did it, but there's no evidence.
The Perrys are complicated.
Do you think May did it?
Maybe. I don't know. Used to feel sorry for her, but I don't know what she's capable of now. Or Tegan, or both of them. The Perrys look out for themselves, and no one else. Always have. Sorry, I've just been under a lot of stress lately. I don't mean to sound like that. Anyway, what do you want to know?
Is Luminous Infusions your shop?
Yes.
What do you do there? Just curious.
It's a tea room and modern apothecary. You know, before there was a pharmacist, the town relied on an herbalist to provide medicines for headaches and sickness and energy and stuff like that.
Interesting. Did Frances Tuttle teach you this?
No, I taught myself.
Oh, cool. What can you tell me about the history of the Hathorn House?
Built by Judge John Hathorn in 1695. The man flat out stole the land from the people he sentenced to death.
Honestly, her churchy
Property
shop
has changed hands
cool.
many times over the years.
I'd go.
With Frances Tuttle being the most recent owner.
So, I saw the ghost out in the cemetery.
The scarecrow?
Yeah, I've heard there were ghosts out here, but all I saw was that.
Do you believe in ghosts?
I've seen a lot of weird things. So far, I've yet to find one without a rational explanation.
Then there's nothing to talk about.
But why does everyone think there are ghosts out here?
A town this old is bound to have some unbelievable stories.
So you've seen one?
You don't live here. You wouldn't understand.
So you have? I really do appreciate you talking to me.
It's hard. I want... Look, I don't really know who set fire to the house, but I know that I want to stay here. It means something to me. It's the only home I've ever had.
What were you doing 2 nights ago?
2 nights ago? Why? The house was burned a week ago.
Different case. Might be related.
I was in my shop, like I was every night.
Anyone see you?
Tourists. No one who is still in town, but I have sales receipts to prove it. You come by Luminous Infusions, and I'll show you.
Have you looked for the will?
Of course, but I can't find it. Believe me, I've tried to find it, and now the judge has given me days to deliver or the town will take control. I don't have a copy, but I know one exists. Frances told me all the time that the Hathorn House and its grounds would be mine if something ever happened to her. She knew that I would take care of this place better than anyone else.
What happens to you?
I won't be here anymore. But I have representation, a professional lawyer. Her name's Alicia Cole. She's helping me out. I'm getting a little tired. I think we've talked enough, don't you?
Of course.
I didn't get
but thanks
that.
for your time. I appreciate it.
Nice keep around the house. Oh, shit. Alright.
Whoever is doing this, you're not frightening me away. Not possible. That's not possible.
Curse not the dark.
What's going on? You're not answering your phone. What's wrong?
I saw it. Or her. I guess it could have been a him too. It was too confusing to really make out.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
That was a jump scare.
The ghost, Deirdre. The ghost in the house. The one you were talking about. I saw it.
Wow. Never thought you'd try to pull a joke like this. I underestimated you. This is a really good performance. Very un-Nancy Drew-like.
All right, Dee Dee.
It's not a joke. Deirdre, I saw her. Didn't you want me to see it? Didn't you want me to look into it?
Well, yeah, but I didn't think for a second that you would. I guess I thought you'd go up there and find smoke and mirrors or whatever it is you do. You're saying it's real?
I don't know what I'm saying. I'm not used to being so freaked out.
Wait, you didn't leave my car out there, did you?
What? No. I've calmed down enough to drive back. It's outside.
Good. I could get you more chowder.
Don't think it'll help. I need answers.
Okay.
So we're going back tonight.
Let's go through it.
I do find it strangely calming. Okay. I found out something interesting from Lauren Holt. Did you know that
I don't
Francis
like
Tuttle
chowder.
had a will?
I don't like seafood.
Judge
that's my
Danforth
problem.
never mentioned that.
Because they
I'm a
can't
bad
find
New
it.
Englander. I don't like
they
seafood.
assume
I
it
actually
doesn't
like
exist.
snow. And
So if it
I don't
does
drink coffee.
exist, Lauren would get the estate.
Yeah. Oh, and that lawyer, Alicia Cole, represents her.
How's that working out for her?
There doesn't seem to be much progress made.
Yeah, well, without a will, what could she really do?
I don't know how to explain it, but I saw something.
I don't know what to tell you, Drew. It's as weird as moon chunk cheese ice cream and sandals with socks. But my
Moon
instinct
chunk cheese
is...
ice cream coming
the
for
two are
alibi
related.
and ashes there.
And the ghosts.
Right. You're not buying Olivia's story that some coven of witches came here to unleash ghosts to take revenge by burning it down, though. Right?
Right, I think.
I don't know what Dee Dee
It's
studies
unlikely
anymore.
You really think what
She
you
was
saw was
doing
real?
criminology for a
It's
while.
worse than that. I think in order to know, I need to see it again, and you need to come with me tomorrow.
Okay. And then we can plan road trips to find Bigfoot and aliens and the Loch Ness Monster.
Hey, sounds fun to me. It's been a long day. I think I'm just gonna call it a night.
You do look kinda... Well, maybe don't video chat with the boyfriend. At least not until you get the twigs out of your hair.
Wow.
I appreciate your concern.
Bitch.
Hey,
What? You want that chowder now? The offer expired.
I was going to say, we make a pretty good team.
See? That's proof right there. You are definitely hallucinating.
Yeah, Nancy, I'm gonna agree with. Oh, Joe.
Always an explanation. Gotta remember that.
What is the town of Greenwich, New York?
Sorry?
They have a witch on their emblem.
We won!
Really?
Sending you a pic. When can we expect payment?
That's a fire department logo. I said police.
What?
Public safety. It's all the same. A technicality.
There's something I have to get off my chest.
What?
I saw a ghost.
Sorry, what?
This case. I've never seen anything like it. It felt real. I can't explain it.
What is it? What's wrong?
Hold on. Say no more. It just so happens that ghost hunting is our specialty.
It is?
Wait, what?
We're not passing on a chance like this. Be there before you know it.
Oh boy, here they come.
Only if you really want to. Talk to you later.
Joe is looking a little Bieberish. You are right. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. It's a nose. Oh Jesus Christ. Holy fuck. Okay, it was a nose.
Yeah?
Good morning, sunshine.
Oh my god, how many more of these am I gonna have to take? Holy shit.
It's early. Hurry up, get dressed, and meet me downstairs. I have something to cheer you up.
Wow, I'm just having a moment today. Huh. Okay, shit. Alright. Okay. Help with breakfast. Oh boy. Food cooking challenge. Here we go.
Oh my, oh my, oh my, not good, not good, not good!
What are you guys doing
You know
in
what
here?
event it is?
They're trying their best to unimpress me. Mission accomplished.
Nancy! Hi! Joe was just, making an effort.
Oh, that's what that smell is.
Okay.
I tried showing him the ropes, but he wants to prove he can do it without my help.
Tegan set out the ingredients for Johnny cakes before she had to run,
Okay,
but
so Joe is the
I gotta
twink,
admit, it's been a
and
while since I
Frank
last
is the
whipped something up.
plonker.
Successfully.
Alright.
Oh,
I
I
don't
love
know,
Johnny
Frank is more of a
cakes.
jock.
I can
Okay.
Of
We got a twink and a
course you
jock.
can. All right, Hardy, step down before we have another fire on our hands.
It's time for Nancy to make food.
All right, let's see. Step 1. 1 cup of sugar. 1 cup of sugar. 2 tablespoons of sugar. This can't be right.
I told you I couldn't keep up with her, so I improvised. I'm 100% certain about the amounts, though.
Let's approach this sensibly.
Ay.
What do we need?
Flour, sugar, salt, baking powder. Okay, so we're gonna say cup of flour, cup of sugar. Maybe 4. Teaspoon of salt. No more than that. I mean, I think even a teaspoon is a bit much. We don't use corn flour though, I don't think, because we only have 4 ingredients, so one of these is not right. Is this a clue though? Like,
Baking powder. Flour. Cornmeal. Salt. Sugar.
okay.
1 cup of flour.
We're getting there.
Okay. Maybe it's wrong.
1
about
spoon of sugar.
I think you've got it.
Okay.
1 spoon sugar.
Looks right to me.
One spoon baking.
Looks right to me.
1 teaspoon of salt.
Looks right to me.
One corn.
We're getting there. That looks great. Let's
okay.
tackle
Maybe
the next
that was
step.
right. I'm supposed to have cornmeal.
All right.
All right.
Second step. We have to fill the bowl until the
Yeah, they're not
weight is
using proper
just
cups,
right.
that's right.
Quick heads up. This is about where things started to go south last time.
Hey!
Let's just trust that Nancy knows what she's doing.
Okay. 8 ounces of milk, melted butter. It's not melted, but okay. Eight ounces of milk. 0.5 ounces of butter. 0.2 ounces of vanilla. Okay. Egg. 2 egg? Shit. That doesn't seem right. No, wait. 8 ounces of milk. Does it have to equal 11.7? Oh shit. Okay, I don't think it has to equal 11.7, so...
This doesn't look right.
Okay, no,
Let's
that's
scrub
wrong.
this out and try again. This look right.
Okay.
Let's scrub this out and try again.
Yeah, that's my next thought. That's not right. Okay. Melted butter. Well, I am not doing the right thing here. Okay. There we go.
That looks great.
There we
Let's
go.
tackle
Okay.
the next step.
I don't know why I was having that problem.
Finally, my favorite part.
I thought your favorite part was eating.
My next favorite part.
Dear goodness.
Okay.
Joe, could you help me pour while I flip?
Sure thing.
Timing is important. Oh. Timing is important. Don't flip the batter raw. Flip while steaming hot. Watch out, don't burn the cakes.
Here comes some more.
This is like a weird variation on the cooking puzzle, and
Relax.
I enjoy that.
There's no need to rush.
Shit, I fucked that up. Yeah.
Relax. There's no need to rush.
Hard to tell sometimes which
All
ones are-
done.
Okay, we're done. I don't know what kind of pancakes those were, though, because... Oh, you can make different ones. Huh, okay.
Let's begin.
How do we do
More
the witch
Johnny cakes coming up.
What are we... What? I have no idea what's going on. Why are we doing more?
Only a few more. Almost done. Spooky. Spooky. These are just what I imagine Olivia would like. These are just what I imagine Olivia would like.
Okay. They're apparently witch pancakes. I don't know why they're witch pancakes. I don't know what makes them witch pancakes, but they're witch pancakes. So... Oh. There's like a whole thing
Ooh,
here.
these smell delicious.
Great job, Nancy.
These look
I
amazing.
guess I'm giving them to Olivia, yeah.
Okay. May, these are the Hardy brothers, Frank and Joe.
We're very interested in your case.
Uh-huh.
They're good friends of mine. They're going to help us with the investigation. The more people we have working on this, the better chance we have of solving the case.
Cool.
Joe, you need to learn how to cook. Maybe let Frank teach you. Otherwise, how are you going to impress anyone?
Solving crimes impresses people.
So does committing them. What? It's true. Not saying I'm impressed by that. Just stating a fact. I prefer someone who possesses a deep intellectual appreciation.
Yeah, I think it's a not Beatles
and
shirt.
table manners.
You want to be impressed? We should finally show her our business plan for our new business. What? It's very businessy.
What? What is it?
Well, Joe and I have been talking recently about making things a bit more official. Since we're always called to solve crimes, we thought that maybe we should start getting paid for it.
We're starting our very own detective agency. License, insurance, the whole thing.
And we want to know if you'd be interested in being a partner.
I work alone, bitch.
Hey, table that. All right, Drew. Why not update everyone on where we're
I
at?
work alone because you boys can't solve anything, and I solve everything. Woo!
One thing I'd like to do today is check the town archives.
If it's all the same to you, I'd prefer to handle this. You were gonna look into the history of ownership of the Hathorn House, right?
Yeah, sure. We can go together.
No. It's better if I handle this
What happened
solo.
with all this?
I'm a whiz with microfiche. Don't ask me why.
Sounds like a story.
And I'm not going to tell it to you. Okay?
So, Nancy, what do you think we should focus on for the investigation?
Wow.
So, I guess you're wondering about the thing I mentioned.
Yes, sounds super exciting.
I already told them about the whole sighting.
Yeah, I can't explain it. Yet.
Even with the most modern scientific techniques available, there are many phenomena that we still cannot explain. I believe what you saw was real.
Here we go.
What?
What?
Sure, some sort of combination of gaseous blow-off and light refraction.
No, supernatural.
Here
a
we go.
ghost, a real ghost, with thoughts and memory and agency.
I'm not so sure.
Joe is such a dumb twin.
I just built some new equipment that I'd love to try out.
I'm sure it's nothing, but we'll go to the cemetery today and investigate anyway. Maybe we can add ghost hunting to our detective services. Kidding.
Judge Danforth mentioned that he was the victim of a burglary.
What was stolen?
We don't know.
The judge was working with Tegan on developing a case for the Accused Witches organization.
The what?
The descendants of the accused witches of the 1692 Salem witch trials. They're staking a claim to the Hathorn estate due to unjust dispossession and execution of their ancestors. It's one of the reasons I searched for the Book of Apologies in Austria, as it contains a record of wronged families. But someone swiped it from right under my nose. And around the time of the arson, there was a burglary at the judge's office.
Too coincidental not to be connected.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I'd like to review the crime scene at the courthouse for any clues.
The judge might not let you do that. He didn't sound very forthcoming.
True. But maybe my father can convince him. They're old friends. I can give him a call.
All right, what else?
The arson that happened last week.
And we haven't had the chance to collect any alibis yet.
We need to ask everyone we've met where they were on the night of the arson. Corroborating their answers with whomever they were with will help bring into focus who is and isn't a suspect. We need to figure out how the theft from Mosam Castle is connected to this case.
Theft of
Yeah,
what?
I know, nobody's eating.
The Book of Apologies. My dad asked me to retrieve it from Mosam Castle in Austria as a favor for Judge Danforth, who works here in Salem. It details all the victims of the witch trials, some of which are still unknown to this day.
However, this book was stolen as well, 3 days ago, when Nancy was there.
Why was this book all the way in Austria?
Great question.
The resident historian told me the judge who wrote the book willed all his belongings to be preserved by whichever museum would have them at the time. That must be how it ended up in an Austrian castle, for safekeeping.
Well, that certainly didn't stop the thief, whoever it is.
I can ask around about alibis during this time period as well. See if anyone in town can't be accounted for. Might point us in the right direction.
I have something to add. Whoever is responsible for this crime is going to great lengths to cover it up. We don't know if these people are dangerous. Remember that. And be careful.
Be careful. Okay, well, that was...
Hey, are you feeling any better about the case?
Nope.
We're going to find out
This
who
is true.
did this, May.
Salem now has more
promise.
than 4 people in it.
You say so. Look, thanks for breakfast. I just want to say, I know you're trying to help, but I think you're wasting your time.
You said you used to hang out at the Hathorn house. right?
Uh-huh.
Yep, just
Did you ever
wasting
see
that all that
anything
work.
strange when you were there?
Like ghosts?
Yeah.
No. Never.
Oh, okay. Have you ever seen this lighter before?
Whoa. I lost this days ago. Where'd you find it?
Outside the front door.
Are you always snooping around?
I have a knack for finding things that other people miss.
Thanks. This means a lot to me.
People tell me there's a good reason to suspect you, but no one can say why.
Isn't it obvious? I've got a burn mark covering the entire side of my face and like most of my arms. It must be me.
I'm sorry that happened to you, and I'm sorry if people judge you for your burns.
I prefer it to pity.
Would you tell me what happened?
There was a fire. I was in it.
I'm not trying to pry. It's just that so far, the main cause for suspecting you of the Hathorn fire seems to be this previous one. I only want to understand.
I was 9. It was an old shed, and I wasn't supposed to play in it. It was kind of a den full of stuff, like candles. I got stuck inside. You can work out the rest.
So it was
Shed
an
full of
accident.
candles?
You were just a kid. Harsh to suspect you now because of something you didn't mean to happen.
Don't make me talk about it more.
Okay. Thank you for telling me, May. Do you feel ready to talk about your alibi?
I don't even have a passport. I don't go anywhere, so I wasn't in Austria, if that's what you're thinking.
And on the night of the arson? Giving us
Dot,
your
dot,
alibi
dot.
would help you so much.
Wow,
Talk
I love
to you
that I'm
later.
getting this teenage sass. Okay, so where did everybody else go? Do I have to play as the Hardy Boys? I'm gonna return the game if I have to play as the Hardy Boys. We're trying so hard to put the Hardy Boys in with Nancy because Nancy is just way, way, way better. So we need 3. Let's take Dee Dee's car. Then take it. Oh good, protesters are back, baby. Who am I texting? Ah, okay. Everything with the Hardy Boys is a 3-way apparently. I tried, it won't let me touch it. Wow, he even did like the spacing thing. Only on the good days. I'm here, you know, we know, we know. I guys are trying so hard to just like be on my good side.
You're back! Great. Let me guess. More questions?
Spooky how you could tell.
Though it harm none, do as thou wilt.
Okay.
I'm saying I guess it can't do any harm.
So, I've heard ghosts are haunting Salem.
Of course.
You believe it?
How could I not when I've seen them with my own eyes?
Really?
The
Can you
gaze
describe
from the
what you
dialect
saw?
of these boys.
Uh,
I told you, one
It
of
was
them
dark,
is a jock,
foggy.
the other is a
I was
twink.
walking through the
It's pretty
cemetery.
obvious.
Or was it the town square? I don't remember, but I do remember
They've gotten
a ghost.
blow-ups. They've
No,
gotten gay-ups.
multiple ghosts. Spirits.
And did you ever see any ghosts near Hathorn House?
As a matter of fact, I did. I told you that a coven of witches unleashed them on the town a few years back. They will not rest until they get their vengeance. Let me guess.
You can't find proof of a living soul present at the house the night it burned. Maybe the culprit wasn't among the living?
That sounds even harder to prove.
Have you seen The Restless Souls of Salem, Nancy?
I've seen something, but I'm not willing to just believe it's real. I need more.
Be careful. They'll still find you whether you believe in them or not. You might want to avoid
like
the cemetery.
A threat?
It's about you, Tegan, and Lauren, when you were kids.
Why are you interested in this? We grew apart. It happens.
I found an old photo from back then. It had the name Coven on it. Look. Was it the one you talk about in your show?
You found this photo at Tegan's house? I didn't peg her as sentimental.
So was it the same one?
Again.
Well, yes. Same coven. We heard about it as kids, I guess. We were all into history and witches. We still are.
And yet you've never made up.
I don't get why you care.
Can't help it. It's a mystery, even if you all tell me it isn't. I've been going around asking everyone in town where they were on the night of the arson.
The night of the what?
Arson. At Hathorn House?
Why, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, they found a good actress in this one.
Kidding, Nancy. Don't look so serious. I was here that night, doing my thing. I think there had to have been at least 20 people who can confirm that. It really stinks that Lauren is going to lose her home.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah, of course.
3 days ago, were you doing any witch tours?
3 days ago? No, I was not.
Okay. You remember what you were doing?
Actually, I had won a spa holiday at the Wayfarer Inn over in Marblehead. It was amazing.
Hey, all right.
They used those glass cup things on my back. It was wicked crazy.
Hey, wicked crazy.
Do you have any
okay.
receipts or...
All right.
It was all expenses paid. And I'd show you my back, but I'm a quick healer.
Oof.
Witch powers.
Sweetie.
It looks like it never happened.
Sweetie.
You know, I had a flyer for the spa, but I threw it away this morning. Sorry, I know I'm not being helpful.
Really
It's okay. You are. Thanks.
convenient. Okay, but again, like, okay, for any of you who are not from New England, Wicked is such a big thing here, especially in northern New England, like north of Connecticut and Rhode Island, because they don't count. Wicked is an adverb. It literally just means really, like an intensifier, like it's wicked crazy, it's wicked hot, it's wicked cold, but it's like a regional dialect thing, and I'm glad that they were paying attention enough that they threw it in properly. Like, it is not an adjective. Things are not wicked. This glass is not wicked. This glass would be wicked empty, right? Like, they're doing it right. I've got to give them props for this. I gotta give them props in general because, like, the depiction of Salem may be slightly fictionalized, but it's surprisingly good so far, so I'm impressed.
See you later.
Let's keep going. Pretty sure I've seen that
Hey there, girl.
cat thing.
Can't tell if you're supposed to be cute or creepy.
That looks like one of the animatronic cat things. Also, is this another... I want to put a pumpkin here. Can I put a pumpkin there? I'm going to come back and put a pumpkin there. And I'll explore the shop.
Scented candles. Pretty standard gift shop material. Wait, broomstick? What kind of fragrance is that?
Yeah, kind of like the Haunted Ryokan and the Yumi cat thing. The terrifying thing that is pretending to be a cat. Why don't we buy the chocolate bars? That's unfortunate.
This looks great. Now to find a nice place to put it.
I didn't find a pumpkin. I made a pumpkin. Okay. I put the pumpkin on that one? Aw. That is a very shiny car. That looks like a Mercedes, in fact. I'm pretty sure that... Nope, that's a BMW. Wow, they just... that is blatantly just a BMW. They're not even trying to hide that. Like, it's just a BMW. Come on, let me go. I need to go put more pumpkins down. Actually, wait a minute. Let's go into the tea shop. There might be a space for pumpkins in there, and if I can put down pumpkins in easier ways... Oh, but there was one in the cemetery. Ah, that's right. Oh, this is really... The navigation is not the easiest. I will say that. It's not as smooth as I would like. Okay.
Yes.
Pumpkin. Yes, pumpkin. It's pumpkin time. Let me just see if there are any others around here. One there. I think that's it. Those aren't places for pumpkins. Okay, that's all the pumpkins in here. And then there were 2 at the house, right? I do need to give her the cakes, that's right. I don't know what that will do, but we can give her the cakes, because apparently we're supposed to give her the cakes.
Did you make this for me?
Yep. And look, it's got a witch on it.
Oh, how fitting! A witch cake for the resident witch! Aren't you just the sweetest? So thoughtful. You know, seeing this, I think you might have some magical energy flowing through you.
Oh, is that
With enough flair and a touch of charisma, you could really go a long way as a witch.
Thank you, but I've got my career goals set a little differently. Enjoy the food.
We're just gonna leave that there. Guess we're just gonna leave that there. Oh no, I need to make another pumpkin! Damn. Because it's pumpkin time. I'm gonna cover Salem in pumpkins. That's just my job. Nancy comes in, covers everything in pumpkins. Alright, if we have one in Nancy's room, it's gotta be a nice one. But like a sleepy nice one. Yeah, sleepy pumpkin.
Done. This looks great.
A sleepy pumpkin. And check the tea shop. This is right. We'll come and check the tea shop when I come back, because since I've already got the sleepy pumpkin, it's got to go in Nancy's bedroom, because that's the most obvious place to put it. What? Oh, right, that's the other place that one goes. Okay. I thought I had already done that one, but I had not.
Ha!
Oh, it's an outward-facing pumpkin. That's okay. Pumpkin. Pumpkin. All right. We need one for the front step of the house. I'm feeling classic pumpkin for this one, right? Like, classic. Triangle eyes. Literally this. Like, basic. Done. Classic pumpkin. That's what I'm feeling. Oh, I just noticed the church, too. I got the church down. That is absolutely a New England-style church for reals. That'll do it. What is this? Museum of History. No, okay. Yeah, no, it's just a basic flyer someone needed probably. Wait, they don't know what leaf peeping is? Do they not have leaves in Toronto? Like,
Yes.
what is Canada? I mean, okay, that's fair. Okay, leaf peeping is it it's a very New England form of fall. I mean, that's fair. It is very a New England heavy thing. Basically, like the fall leaves that you see around here, New England is literally famous for its fall foliage and the way it turns in, you know, middle of October, late October. The colors that the leaves just like explode into, literally. It's kind of awesome. See if I can link like a quick picture. I've definitely taken pictures of them before. I'll probably send you a couple after this because but like we literally have like fall foliage maps to keep track of when the foliage will happen and like when is the best time to go and all that. Like it's absolutely a thing. And it's gorgeous, honestly. Here we go. This is a pretty straightforward. Oh, that's limiting its width. I don't like that. That's better. This is actually a pretty old picture too. It's one of the parks. Yeah, people. It's literally a source of revenue for the New England states. People pay money to come and look at leaves, especially in New Hampshire. Because since I am originally from New Hampshire, I can say that people from Massachusetts and south of New Hampshire, we call them flatlanders. The land is not really that flat, but like New Hampshire has fucking mountains, and Vermont has giant mountains too. Like in New Hampshire is actually the tallest mountain west of the Rocky Mountains, or east of the Rocky Mountains in the United States. Or in North America, actually, I think, yeah. Mount Washington. And so, you know, we have big mountains and lots of rolling hills, and it's really, really pretty. So, yeah, no, it's like, it's a legit industry up here.
You're here.
Yes, I am. This shop is really cool. I love the decor.
It's just,
Thank
it's
you.
beautiful,
It's
honestly.
taken a lot of years to get it the way I want.
I kind of imagine
really
this is what an
Check
actual
out the
witch's
size
shop
of
would
those
look like.
mountains,
Yeah.
girl.
Seriously, you have all these
Oh my God,
herbs.
Becky, look at her
St.
mountain.
John's wort,
It's so
mandrake
big.
root. You know, witches were just synonymous with people who used the old medieval ways of working with plants and animals, curing ills. They were healers, shamans, and confessors. You can see why some people might have been threatened by them.
I know, right? No leeches here, though. I draw the line at bloodsuckers. I'm glad you get it. A lot of people around here don't.
How so?
Some say I'm cashing in, not respecting history. People get so caught up in the death and judgment. But I was always interested in all of that lost knowledge, even as a kid.
I think Nancy
I
does
bet
need
a lot of
glasses,
kids
right?
around
This
here are
this
fascinated by it.
Used to
this
be.
focus, her autofocus isn't working yet.
Any modern witches come in? Olivia, perhaps.
I get plenty of people that come in curious to find something positive and healing in this town. Olivia typically isn't one of them, and that's just as well.
You disapprove of
Nancy
what she
needs
does.
to adjust her
She's always
parameters
been
here.
like this.
She's a little...
She thinks of history as a show that just needs more special effects. Never mind that real people got hurt. You've seen her little show? She's still talking about a recent coven in Salem.
Yeah. Is that true?
No. Like I said, she doesn't care about the truth or who gets hurt.
Actually,
See you later.
I'm gonna hold off on talking to you because I want to see if there's a pumpkin. Okay, we gotta make a pumpkin. We gotta make a pumpkin. It's pumpkin time. All right, we gotta go. We gotta go. It's pumpkin time. It's intensely important. Pumpkins. Gotta go to the pumpkins. I like the idea that Nancy is so obsessed with this pumpkin thing that she busts in here and is like, I gotta carve another pumpkin. Like, oh, okay, all right, sure, Nancy, you do your thing. Like, just leave me alone, please. Anger pumpkin.
Done.
We can't let people know we sacked. Oh my god. I love the Company is Coming video. Have you watched any of his Gale series? Like the whole series that's actually from? Because it's marvelous. For those of you who don't know, there is this wonderful channel. There's this wonderful comedian. His name is Chris Fleming. He has really, really amazing stuff, but he had this web series for like 4 seasons or something like that. There were like 10 or 15-minute episodes of like the white Massachusetts suburban mom adventures of Gail Waters. And like, you want a perfect satirical window into the upper middle class New England suburban housewife moment, like, that is it. It is excellent. The fact that when I put it on in front of a lot of my friends, and they literally are like, please turn this off, this is giving me like flashbacks. I was like, I mean,
herbal teas and natural remedies.
It's great.
A whole menu to choose from.
It's kind of funny because like I saw a little bit of my mother in there, like just a teeny bit. The whole like Company is Coming thing, I always found it hilarious how much she would want to try and clean the house for like my grandmother. And I'm like, my grandmother knows exactly how we live. We don't need to clean off the entire top of this surface when we're just going to put more stuff on it as soon as they leave. Like, there's no point. But, you know, that whole like appearances thing, absolutely, yes. The like hardcore pushing, yeah, there's a certain amount that it was a little further than my mother, but like, yeah, we have to dust everything.
Hi, Nancy. You're back soon.
I just have a couple
This
more
chair
things
goes
I
in the
wanted to
middle.
ask
You can tell because it has a line down the middle, like 495 north. It's just such a good series. I highly recommend it.
What kind of herbs do you have here?
The kind that helps people ease their burdens.
You doing
Since
the thing?
cold season started, business has been booming. Between managing the shop itself and preparing remedies, it's getting harder to keep up.
I don't mind lending you a hand with preparing the remedies, if that's okay with
Okay.
you. I love learning
We got
new
more
things.
puzzle stuff.
This is delicate work. But you do seem to have an interest in herbology. Sure, it would be fun to
I'm
pass
still
on
waiting
the
for the money
basics at
system, yeah.
least. I'll be around the shop and manage the counter. Just let me know when you have something finished and I'll take a look at it.
Great. So, where do I begin?
I've prepared the patient notes already. You can find them on the counter. You can use my reference book to study the herbs and what ailments they cure, and the basics of remedy mixing.
Okay. This is gonna be so much fun.
No, Nancy, please don't touch that. It's private.
This book looks really worn.
Okay.
The knowledge must be centuries old, if not more.
Don't touch that, it's private. But like, I turn to it? No? It's like right there. Weird. Yeah, garlic does cure all though. Feverfew, a remedy for all pains in the head when applied to the crown. Dutiful feverfew cleanses choler and phlegm. There's any running or swimming in the head and offers relief to headache and migraines. I think that's migraine. So do we just like... Only add 3 doses of the same herb when the patient's suffering has become unbearable. For most, one extra dose will suffice. Okay. Any mix is only as potent as is balanced, thus no more than 3 doses should be added in total. Okay. Cinnamon is digestion. Sadness is fear, anxieties, and restlessness. Itchy noses. Okay, so I guess, yeah, just like 3 of feverfew, which...
Chamomile, garlic, Our Lady's Thistle, sage, ginger, cinnamon, feverfew. Oh, it's locked?
Yeah, I lost the key to that one.
It's
Sorry.
locked?
It has to be somewhere around here. I would never bring it home with me. Let me know if you find it.
Feverfew.
Look at that. Your first proper herb mixture. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Moderate anxiety
It's
and
tricky to
slight
keep track of
nausea.
everything, but the book really helps.
It's old and worn from use, but full of wisdom. It's taught me most of what I know.
Moderate anxiety and slight nausea. Okay. Slight nausea, that would be... what's it called? Anxiety would be chamomile, and then ginger would be the nausea, right? Light nausea, so
Ginger.
1 ginger and moderate anxiety.
Good.
Okay.
You're getting the hang of things.
Once I've memorized the
Yeah,
herbs
no.
and their ailments,
It's-
making the mixtures themselves
It's not
is
even that
easy.
it talks about
It took me a
Tituba. It
while
looks
to
like
get to
this
the point
is
where I
Tituba's
could
book.
create mixtures from memory. Impressive.
So then I'm wondering, is like, for all my children, I write this book as a memory saved that my knowledge gathered will live on through you. Is she Tituba's descendant? Like, are we doing that now? That's kind of cool. We're really mixing it all in here. That's great.
Ginger.
Good. I'll put it with the rest. Great work.
A commercial grade tea machine. Fancy. I just have a couple more things I wanted to ask you. Everyone says there are ghosts in this town. Is that true?
At least she's in
What
focus
is it?
right now.
You know, I believe the dead stay dead. But I've seen ghosts recently in my own house.
Really? Who?
There are sighted
Wait, you
elements.
believe me?
That's excellent.
I thought I was going crazy.
I
Matcha
believe there's an
brownies,
explanation.
free
Who
herb
was
bread.
it?
I don't know. A woman.
Those are some
Wearing
expensive
old clothes
cookies,
like
though.
the kind you find in Tegan's museum. I couldn't see her face, and I swear she was real. I could hear her, I could feel her. She smelled like rotten fruit or something. You know, that gray, moldy smell that hits you in the back of your throat? Yeah, that.
Huh. That's pretty specific, actually. More specific than anyone else I've talked to.
I saw her in the Hathorn house. Watch out for her. She'll come to you. No doubt in my mind.
You ever hear rumors about a coven in Salem?
That's just something Olivia says to sell tour tickets. I didn't think you believed in that kind of witch.
So you never heard a rumor? As a kid, maybe.
What are you getting at?
I found a photo of you three from when you were kids.
She kept it?
Do you remember where this photo was
Kept it?
taken?
Sure. Well, sort of. It was a shed somewhere close to the neighborhood the Perrys live in. We went there a few times.
Oh, a shed
So the
with
three of you
candles.
used to hang out.
Well, that was long ago. We did dumb things. I wish we hadn't. Far as I know, there's no coven of witches, though.
I'm sure you've been asked this before, but where were you on the night Hathorn House was burned down?
I was coming home from work, crossing through the cemetery. I could see the orange glow. By the time I got home, it was almost all gone. I called it in.
Were you the first one to call? Anyone see you earlier? Like an hour before?
I was in my shop.
Any customers?
No. Are you trying to say that I burned down the house?
No, I never said that.
Good. I've said it a million times, but I'll say it again for your benefit. I'm just glad she wasn't alive to see it. She loved that house, and I loved her. You understand?
Of course. You were the first person to see the fire?
Well, yeah. I was going home, and that's where the fire was.
You know the fire might help you keep your home.
I know that now, but I didn't before. It's a slim chance at best. I'd rather it was whole and shown to be mine by right.
But if that's not an option?
Nothing could make me want to destroy it.
I forgot to mention, I was speaking with Alicia and she mentioned that she needed to talk to you. It sounded urgent.
Shoot, I forgot I had an appointment with her.
Do you need me to watch the shop?
I guess we're gonna get her to leave.
Really? You sure?
Yeah. I know where all the heavy hitters are. Cinnamon, pow. Ginger, bam. I got it.
Nancy, don't say that
that's
ever
great.
again.
Thanks.
You're showing your Midwesternness.
Gosh, these pastries look delicious.
Yeah, they do. Now that she's gone.
Interesting.
Here we go. From your mother. Say, but I hope you won't have to find this out for me. This letter because of you. I mean, couldn't be to tell you this in person. The book you have in front of you is passed down in our family for generations. There we go. The original herbology book written by Tituba, one of the poor souls accused during the 17th century witch trials in Salem. Legend has it that she was made free and roamed the world, uncovering knowledge and wisdom on how to remedy all sorts of ailments. She was quite impressive. Lineage stems from her. Had her accusers had their way, neither me nor you would be here today. The book is proof of our right to exist, of everything good that can come from allowing a wrongfully accused victim to live. There's so much more I want to tell you, but it will have to wait until you're old enough to understand. To be sure our heritage isn't lost to you, I'm leaving this letter for you behind. Remember, my Lauren, that you will love always, your mother.
What are you doing? That's
Whoops.
private.
I'm sorry, Lauren. Sometimes my curiosity gets the
out
better
of focus again.
So what? It's private. Didn't you hear me?
I'm sorry. I admit, I shouldn't have read it, but would you mind talking about it?
Wow, okay.
It seemed personal. You don't have to worry about me mentioning it to anyone. Please?
Do you know who Tituba is?
I don't, but I would love to.
The first woman in Salem to be accused of being a witch. Practically everyone around here knows the story. This is her book. The original book of remedies and herb knowledge by Tituba herself.
Wait, are you saying that book is over 300 years old? Does Tegan know you have this? She would love to have it in her exhibition.
Yeah, I know. But it's for me. Personal use. According to my mother, my biological mother, We are related to Teachaba. She was accused, then miraculously released. Little is known about her life after that. How she learned to write, create this book, but it's important for me to hold on to. I don't have much, but I have this.
Wow, that's incredible. Does anyone else know?
No, I never shared it with anyone. I wanted to keep it safe.
Of course.
Alicia wasn't in her office. I'll just meet with her later. Thank you for watching over my shop, but please, don't touch my things again, okay?
I'll keep my hands to myself.
No promises,
But I'd love to help you make some more remedies, if that's okay, to make up for all of this.
Yes, sure.
We're not done.
I just have a couple more things
We're
I
not
wanted
done.
to ask you. You remember where you were 3 nights back?
I was here. I told you already. I have the receipts to prove it.
I mean, to be fair, yeah, she's got a pretty good business here. She's got some place in downtown Salem like this.
Related incident.
That's expensive.
I don't suppose there are any ghost sightings in your shop?
To be fair, it also sounds like she's
spirits
worked her
come and
way
go
up
as
to
they
that
please.
point.
I've seen them everywhere around
And
Salem.
I can certainly say
I've
that there
never
are
seen one
definitely
operate
still
a point of sale.
barriers to entry for
Me
POC
neither.
in Boston area.
You don't feel conflicted, knowing you were related to Tituba and what
Our
the
biggest
house
issue with our
represents?
coronavirus
So I
outbreak
burn it
actually
down
is
as
that it's hit
revenge for
POC
a
communities
300-year-old
hardest.
wrong. That's your thinking.
One of the heaviest
Tituba
hit
seems
areas
as
is
much
actually
an
right next door in
influence on
Chelsea.
you as growing up on the estate of the one who accused her. I imagine it's hard to resolve those feelings.
Have you ever seen the Capitol building? Do you know who built that? I never tried to burn that down either.
Meaning?
It's not so simple to set things right.
There it is. Wow. Shit. This game is not pulling punches. I am impressed with this game. I'm not gonna lie. This game is woke as fuck, and I am here for it. Like,
I was hoping I could borrow a key to the main Hathorn house.
I think the puzzles
Oh,
could
I don't
be
have a key anymore.
better.
You
But like,
don't?
other than the
No, but
puzzles
Alicia
and
does.
slightly
If you ask
janky
her, she'll lend it to
controls,
you,
I'm
I'm
enjoying
sure.
every part about this so far. Wicked woke. You're so right. Oh my god.
What kind of herbs do you have here?
Oh, okay. So if I say what kind of herbs do you have, that's when we do the
Lauren,
thing. Okay.
need some help?
Yes. Please feel free to prepare some more.
Moderate anxiety. And then slight memory issues. Okay. Star Wars.
Our Lady's Thistle. Sage. Feverfew. Garlic. Our Lady's Thistle. Still.
Right memory conditions.
Chamomile. Garlic. Our Lady. Sage. Ginger. Feverfew.
I can't do this, so I'm gonna back out. The key is hidden in the shop. That's one thing that we know, apparently. He is just hidden in the shop somewhere. I wonder if we can find the key. I have to go to bed soon. Probably. Oh, it's right there. Right there. Wait, no. Nancy, down.
What an odd key.
It probably does unlock something here, like this box, which probably contains...
Commercial grade.
No.
What?
Yeah, that's probably
These
what's
remedies.
in the box.
It fits. Sweet margarine. Sweet
margarine. Okay. Moderate memory and slight indigestion. Huh. Oh, sage. Procures lost memories. Okay. Sage.
chamomile. Chamomile.
Saw this. Did you read the book properly?
Yeah, because it wouldn't let me go back. I don't know how to go back.
Sage.
Moderate memory and slight indigestion.
Saw this.
What?
Did you read the book properly?
Moderate memory conditions. Yeah, sage and ginger would be for stomach indigestion. Well, let's see, hold on. Unless it's cinnamon? Well, I don't need to do this right now anyway. Nothing's necessary. Still have another witch pancake? For some reason. Well, it's 1:30 in the morning. My time. Oh, shit. Yeah, the navigation in this is my biggest issue, I think, because it's just spinning me around so much. Anyway. We'll go back over here and then... There we go. Okay, so I guess just save, yeah. Well, what a game. This is interesting so far. I'm enjoying this. Kind of interesting. Yeah. I like this. Next episode, interrogating Ned, calling up Ned. What the fuck are you doing, dude? Get off the goddamn phone. Yeah, no, I'm enjoying this. I know people, I've been hearing people saying, you know, that it's not really as fun as the other ones, but like, you know, besides from the fact that the puzzles are kind of weak, I would say, you know, there's not really a lot to them. Other than that, yeah, no, I'm having a good time. The, you know, the research that I want to say that they probably did on like Salem itself, yeah, it's making a pretty good fictional Salem. Like, it's not perfect, you know, because if it were perfect, then it would obviously, you know, they would have to do a lot more to make it perfect, which I understand there's limitations there. Like, they can't have the actual old courthouse and the actual everything, but they can't have the, you know, the Hathorne house does not really exist. It's the House of the Seven Gables that they're basing it off of, which was owned by Nathaniel Hawthorne. but it was owned by Nathaniel Hawthorne, not the judge. And in fact, Nathaniel Hawthorne made the House of the Seven Gables famous because he fictionally set it as, you know, the center of action in the Salem witch trials, in that book that I can't remember, not Scarlet Letter, but the other one, of the House of the Seven Gables. That's right, duh. Anyway, so yeah, no, this is a pretty solid game so far. I'm enjoying it. It's definitely a step up visually. You know, I think so far what I can say, was it Crucible? Wait, no, that's not Hawthorne. Was it? No. Yeah, that's Arthur Miller. I was gonna say, Crucible's Arthur Miller. This is a play, 1953. I was like, well, wait a minute. No, The House of the Seven Gables, the actual novel, The House of the Seven Gables, was Nathaniel Hawthorne. Yeah, mid 1850, published 1851 by Ticknor and Fields of Boston. Follows a New England family in their ancestral home. The setting for the book was inspired by the Turner Ingersoll mansion, gabled house in Salem, Massachusetts, belonging to Hawthorne's cousins, Susanna Ingersoll, those ancestors of Hawthorne who played a part in Salem witch trials of 1692. Yeah. Later had a strong influence on H.P. Lovecraft. Oh. But yeah, it's kind of yeah. That's fair. No, it's totally fair. We've got a lot of stuff written about us, trust me. The amount that we had to learn in various schools about New England history through the eyes of authors rather than actually New England history was kind of funny in itself. But yeah, no, I'm enjoying this game so far, and it's got a pretty good setup. I'm having a good time. I actually don't know who did it already, which is an interesting thing. I feel like Deirdre is a little shoehorned. Her weird, like, bam, right behind you is kind of freaky. And the Hardy Boys, I don't know why they're there. I feel like this feels like it's almost a reboot of Nancy Drew a little bit, because they're like, oh, the Hardy Boys want to make their own detective agency. Nancy, do you want to be a partner? And it's like, oh, we're going to do this now, aren't we? Which I don't know how I feel about that. Simon Schuster has been trying to push the Hardy Boys a little too hard, because they're not as popular as Nancy Drew. Sorry, SNS. Anyway. Right. I mean, it does kind of solve the issue that, like, a lot of the people who play these games now are no longer teenagers. And yeah, their audience as a whole has gotten a little older. But anyway, that's all. That's all for tonight. Definitely going to have some interesting things when it comes to this stream in the near future. I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen. Now that I've hit those 50 followers, I am now eligible for affiliate, which allows me to do a whole bunch of different things. Yeah, teens are playing Fortnite. Exactly. They can't get people to get off Fortnite to play Nancy Drew, so you don't know what Nancy's doing. She's probably sacrificing people. Absolutely. Absolutely. Every person who gets taken away to jail ends up dead 2 months later. Somehow Nancy never seems to age, and it's just slightly, we're not sure how that happens. Anyway, I'm just, but yeah, now that I've hit those 50 followers and I've been streaming as much as I have, I'm now eligible for affiliate. That lets me do a whole bunch of different weird things. One of them is that I can start running ad breaks now. I literally have a button here to run a 60-second ad break, and I gain revenue from the ad. I don't know how profitable this will actually be or how worth it will actually be. Again, I'm doing this mostly for fun. I've always had my I've always had a, it doesn't seem to be showing, but I've always had a Ko-fi donation, tip jar thing in the description down below. I don't know if it's still active. Honestly, I haven't logged into it in a really long time. But yeah, I get to do things like the emojis, looking into that. I get to do bits as well. I don't know if you guys know what bits are. If you've been around Twitch for a while, you probably do. But if they're basically like a virtual currency that you buy and then give to streamers who then change it for real currency again. I don't really know why there's the in between, but like you purchase, say, 100 bits, and 1 bit is 1 cent. So you purchase 100 bits, that's $1. You can give 100 bits to streamer. That's, again, you're giving them a tip of $1, basically. Twitch takes a chunk of that, of course, in their service fees and taxes and stuff like that. The tip jar would be more direct, I think. I don't know how any of this works. I don't know how much any of this is worth it. But becoming an affiliate will let me have some custom emoticons and stuff like that. So I'm definitely thinking about it. The biggest issue is doing the onboarding for affiliate means that I have to put in my legal IRS address, and I'm moving in like 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. So like, I don't think I should do it now, kind of a deal, so yeah, we'll see. Anyway, so I'm not sure what anything's going on with that. If anyone has any thoughts on this, absolutely let me know. Like, if you feel strongly about one thing or the other, if you wouldn't mind watching a 60-second ad and don't care, don't know. Hey, I might have a really good It's Locked emoji, though. You don't know that. Oh, that's the other thing, right? Duh, I keep forgetting. Because I can be an affiliate at this point, I can have a subscribe button instead of a follow button. So you can follow me to get the updates of when I'm online and everything like that. But you can also subscribe, and actually that subscription pays, I think, like $2.50 per month to me. If you are not a Twitch Prime member, you would have to pay for it. If you are a Twitch Prime member, you get 1 free subscription per month. So you can pick a streamer and like support them. And importantly, you get Twitch Prime if you just have Twitch Prime if you have Amazon Prime. So full disclosure and all that. Again, not doing this for money though. So I'm just like trying to figure out what all these mean, whether it's worth it to bother with any of this. How much, because I there are other things on the back end that I get. Like I actually just turned on streams being available for video watching later on Twitch itself. I still record these, and I still plan to put them up on YouTube eventually at some point because I'm really bad. I've got them so much. But yeah, it's a lot to consider, and it's hard to figure out exactly what any of it is actually meaning. A lot of when I find things on like Reddit, people talking about like, is it worth it to do this or that or the other thing? A lot of people are streaming to try and make money, or streaming in a particular way. I'm just kind of streaming something that I like, and pretty much all of you are people I know. So, anyway, there's a lot going on. So if anyone has any particular thoughts, I'd love to hear them. Like I said, I know a lot of you outside. Regardless, feel free to contact me: Facebook, Twitter, Telegram, whatnot. DMs are open. Slide into my DMs. Carpe those DMs. And I'm tired, so I'm gonna say goodnight. We will continue playing this on Thursday. I do not know how long it will take to finish this game, but we will continue playing on Thursday. And I will see you then. Have a wonderful night. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you on Thursday. Have a great one. Be safe and stay healthy. Mwah.